infrastructure is crumbling this evening as the Nintenbyte Podcast continues its unprecedented rise. In cities across the globe, fans are rioting. The Pentagon has issued a statement describing the Nintenbyte Podcast network as a pixel-based prophecy. Some say the rise was foretold, others say it's just a really good podcast. We're talking twisted nipples, milk, and a sock puppet who doesn't talk.
It's dangerous to go alone. Watch this.
Welcome to the Nintenbyte Podcast, bitch.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the greatest Nintendo podcast ever! Yeah!
Is that a Joy-Con in your pants, or are you just happy to see us?
Shut up! Now feel the power. Everyone, do you feel that?
Oh my god, I feel it!
I feel it too, Gamer. What is it?
It's the power of our podcast.
I feel it!
This is rad, Nintenbyte.
So rad.
Power. Now bask in their glory.
I'm Nintendo Prime. Oh baby.
I'm Thunderstash.
I'm Gamebird Classic.
Nintenbyte rules.
Let's rock.
Hey everyone, welcome to season 3 episode 9 of the Nintenbyte Podcast. It's always fun seeing guests who haven't been on to see the new intro yet. Enjoy. I was watching Land and just busted the gut the whole time.
I was losing it.
Dude, it's the greatest Nintendo podcast intro of all time.
That is the greatest intro I've ever seen in my life. You're not lying.
Yes.
Oh, we'll be using that a long time. I think it's gonna last a couple years around these parts. We'll see. Oh man, just wait. We're gonna make an outro someday, and who knows what the hell's gonna happen there. So no pressure there. Someday there will be an outro that's gonna. Oh man, I'm a little scared for that one. That being said, folks, welcome everyone. We have I'd say a packed show today, but look, we have a 6-pack today, which is all good. We're basically just gonna be talking about the Direct tomorrow. We have Nintendo Direct Bingo going on. We'll talk a little bit about, the fact that it's not a general direct. We'll talk about that after we talk about the bingo stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. Maybe if we're a little short, I'll throw in the Mario Kart update. I don't really know that it matters because it needs to be out for a lot longer for us to really know if anything's better. But at least Nintendo's listening, I suppose. I guess that's one takeaway you can have. That being said, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. We'll start with the bottom left with our guest, Sky Sword Alyssa. Welcome back.
Hey guys, I'm excited. Can't wait for that direct tomorrow.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, I've been saying for a while that, all summer we were watching those third-party things and we're like, hey, when are we going to get third-party announcements? All these summer events coming, no third-party announcements. It's here. It's tomorrow, baby. Let's go. Then we got Landon, aka Nintendo Man. Hell yeah.
I'm actually getting kind of excited for this show now. I don't know. I think it's just looking at my bingo board is kind of giving me some maybe false hope, but I mean,
well, that's the thing. This morning you looked like you were all upset, and it's like, okay, yeah, we don't have release dates for a lot of Nintendo games. We'll get to that on a later topic, but it was one of those things where I'm like, you know what? We had all these summer events come, all these new game announcements, nothing for Switch 2. Well, this is why, because it was going to happen here, and that's the exciting part. And then a lot of the reports out there, that a bunch of indie devs don't really have dev kits, which means all these announcements are likely to be primarily AAA. So we've never really had a third-party direct that was like nothing but AAA games. So there could be a shitload of stuff packed in these 25 minutes, or it's just like 4 games and they get like 5 minutes each. I have no idea. But whatever. We're going to find out. Eric Moore, the Spice Lord.
Hello. And sock puppet.
Yeah, don't forget the sock puppet part. By the way, I have been looking into getting custom socks on the shop that have eyeballs. They'd be sewn on eyeballs, but still, they won't be quite as good as the original. There's only one original. Let's be honest.
Well, 2. But we ain't going there.
Oh my, Eric!
What? Game Bird lost the original.
I'm aware. Watch him find it.
Right.
Rename it to Mr. Sacco.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh, hey, WWE 2K25. It runs really well on Switch 2. There we go. Let's get a little shout out there.
Bring it back.
Bring it back around the games. Gamer Classic.
How we doing? Tomorrow's the day. We got a big old partner showcase. Exciting times, my
Big
friends.
ol'.
Exciting times.
Excited for it. It also probably means the September Direct's going to fucking just kill.
Monumental. Iconic.
It's gonna be an iconic event in September. Watch it just be the 40th anniversary direct. A 40th anniversary direct. No other Nintendo games, just Mario only. Which Landon would probably be all about that.
I ain't complaining. That sounds amazing.
Look, you give me Luigi's Mansion 4 and 3D Mario in the same direct in September, I'm good.
Said.
Like, I'm good. Everything else is gravy. Thunderstash Gaming.
What's up? Busy as always. I say that every week, but you guys know we're always busy. DK, finished that. Posted my spoiler-free review. This spoiler-free. Keep that in mind. I know some people like to stray away, but it's spoiler-free. I make a point to do that. Stop.
A little personal there. I got yelled at over a spoiler for that game, so.
Right out of the box just ruins the game for everyone, right? At the start of his video. It's brutal.
No. I got yelled at for a spoiler the other day from the game. Funny thing is, I haven't even beat the game.
Oh, that is funny then.
So, like, it's kind of funny because I haven't seen the spoiler myself. I just know it's there. It's in the credits, but whatever. The internet.
In his anger.
Internet. So I kind of already know it. I already know, but then also everyone that has beat the game told me, well, it doesn't really spoil anything with the story at all. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, then it's not really much of a spoiler. It's more like an Easter egg. Or a teaser, perhaps. I don't know, but I got to stop talking.
There's so many Easter eggs. And, not everyone is going to even know it's an Easter egg. It depends on your history with the game. There's things that'll go right over people's heads, right? So,
I suppose.
But yeah, hey, I'm excited though for this direct. Look, we've needed the third-party games to be announced for a very long time. And to me, the fact that we're getting a partner-only direct says a lot about how big this direct is going to be. It doesn't need Nintendo IP to be successful. Like, it has that much stuff is the way I'm looking at it, which is expected. So, yeah. Dude, I needed more spaces on my bingo card. You guys already know that.
Yeah, I was going to be like, the Stash's bingo cards going to be so different than all of our bingo cards. It's crazy because he's got enough to make like 3 bingo cards.
I do.
What's up, guys? I'm Nintendo Prime. You know what's up around here. Yeah, we only got a couple topics today, maybe a bonus third, but probably just a couple. Remember, you guys can super chat in to any of the channels live streaming this and get your questions in for the Q&A section, or heck, sometimes those questions turn into the whole topics. It kind of just depends where the conversation goes. That being said, we got to get going here. I think we should just go right into the big boy one. Actually, you know what? Maybe before we do that, we should do the second topic. We should do the second topic first and get that out of the way because it's more discussion oriented. Yeah. And who wants to take that one? We only have 2 topics, so I'll throw it up to the host. Who wants it? Don't all jump at once.
I gotta look. I don't even remember what the second topic is. I'm so excited for the first one. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yes. I'll take it. No one jumped on it. So
all right, Gamer. What are we talking about?
So with a partner direct tomorrow, do we think we're getting a big direct in September, with a lot of those big first-party announcements that obviously won't be here tomorrow? Or do we think Nintendo's going to kind of drip feed reveals through the Nintendo Today app, as they've done a little bit throughout the year so far? Basically, to sum it up, how do we think Nintendo's going to handle their first-party announcements for the remainder of the year? Let's start with Sky Swords Alyssa. Thoughts on this one?
So I feel like they could drip feed like a little bit, but I don't think they would just focus on Mario for September. I know that, it's the 40th anniversary, but there's so much more to like talk about because Switch 2 just came out, but they've been really weird lately. So for me, it's kind of like hard to say, honestly.
Totally. And do you expect anything from like the Nintendo Today app, or do you think they're going to keep it more fun? It sounds like you're leaning towards more of a September direct for first party, but do you think they might drip feed some more Nintendo?
I think they'll still, I still think they'll put some.
I think.
Oh no! I think we lost her.
We got a frozen Alyssa.
That or it's a frozen me.
Or she's just really deep in thought.
Yeah,
That's very well
very deep in thought. No! Curse you, internet gods! Or she accidentally closed her browser. That's happened.
Well, while we wait for Alyssa, let's take it over to Landon, man, at Nintendo Land. What are your thoughts on this one, bud?
It's confusing. They're just very different now. I've been saying it feels like they're holding their cards really close to their chest with the Switch 2 and like not giving us announcements until it's like really close. It's like also like that Mario. It's just that Mario 40th anniversary that's stuck in my head right now. Because where does that how does that play? Because I feel like they kind of have to still have some type of big blowout. Talk about the games that they've already announced. Get a little bit started for next year. When does that leave like that Mario anniversary? Because surely they're doing something. Like, do they just decide to have that information in the big direct? I mean, like, Nate said, all I need is give me 3D Mario. I don't care what else is in the anniversary. So they could do that in the direct, a general direct, have a little segment dedicated to that in the show with the 3D Mario. So, I mean, they could also drip feed it though, because I'm looking at this list and like some people even brought it to my attention. They could show Hyrule Warriors in this third party showcase. They can show even Kirby in this showcase if they wanted to, with Bandai Namco. So, I mean, they could get some of this out, maybe have a Metroid Prime 4 direct sometime in August. And then, I mean, that's pretty much the rest of the year outside of maybe if Splatoon Raiders is coming or not. But I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. We'll continue with you in a minute, Landon, but I want to give Alyssa a chance to finish her thoughts.
My PC just crashed. I got like the sad face on my screen. It was all blue. I was like, sorry about that.
No worries. You were touching on the Nintendo Today app. If you think they're gonna drip through that,
like I think we might get like a couple like smaller announcements, maybe some NSO type drops in the app. But like I really don't want to see them put Metroid Prime 4's release date in the app. I really don't want them to do that. I really want them to like show it off again. Like maybe not necessarily be in a September direct, but have its own thing. So maybe like something like that. I don't
like
want
the DK treatment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
totally. Awesome. Landon, let's hop back over to you because I know you were still sharing your thoughts on this one.
That was about it. I mean,
that was
like,
it.
Just like she said, like I mean, I do not want to see the Nintendo app taking over for like the marketing up to Metroid Prime. I feel like that game deserves a lot more of a light and a general Nintendo Direct. It needs more eyes on it. I mean, sure, Metroid fans are going to love that game, but still, you got to market that game to people that may not be Metroid Prime fans right now. So yeah, it needs more love than just a partner or just a Nintendo NSO app, but. Yeah,
absolutely. Prime, what are we thinking?
Look, I absolutely think there's going to be a Prime, like a Prime 4 Direct, a dedicated one. I think it's just a game that deserves it. It's been in development technically since 2017. So it's one of the more complex games that Nintendo releases. So I feel like it's one, they do it for Xenoblade, they do it for Zelda, you do it for Metroid. It kind of needs that extra explanation. How they do it for Mario sometimes, we don't really even need it for Mario. So I I really think that that's probably going to happen, and that might even be the next direct we get. It kind of depends on when it's going to come out, and that's really the question everyone has is, okay, we have this big third-party direct, which is great because we do need a lot of third-party announcements for Switch 2. We expected a lot already by now, and we haven't gotten any since April 2nd, really. Just a couple little ones that floated out there. So, this kind of answers the question on why we haven't been getting those third-party announcements. And tomorrow we're going to find out that they probably were holding everything back for this direct. We were even hearing some third parties kind of throw out there that Nintendo was saying, no, you can't announce things until the direct. So kind of weird that Nintendo has that power, but it is their system and they have to approve of your game releasing on it. So they do have that power if they want it. And also saving all the big announcements for this obviously makes the partner direct bigger. Like any games that you guys thought might have been confirmed for Switch 2 over the summer, things are probably going to be in this one. So then when we look ahead to the September one and what Nintendo's doing, the reason people are confused is, yeah, we have like 4 or 5 Nintendo games announced with no release dates. And that's very weird. That the only game besides Legend ZA that we have a release date for is Dragon Drive. Yeah, I know we could talk about, the Kirby stuff, but look, it's Dragon Drive. That's what we have a release date for. That's actually a new game. And that's just, that feels weird. That's a $20 game. Are we really in August just going to have a $20 DLC and a $20 game? We're not going to have any major release in the third month. And then we go into September not even knowing about a major game coming that month. That's what feels so weird. Is right now, the next major game is a Switch 1 game in October. Now we know Kirby Air Riders is coming. We know Age of Imprisonment, which, to be fair, we might get a release date for that potentially tomorrow. We know obviously about what were some of the other ones? God, I'm spacing out right now. Kirby Air Riders, I think I brought that one up. What am I forgetting? My God,
Splatoon Raiders.
Splatoon Raiders as well, and that one sounds like through that Malaysia leak that it is coming this year. Kind of thought it was, but I kind of figured tease the way they did, then drop in a direct, and that they still might do that. Like September. The fact that we don't have any of these release dates, I think September's game is going to probably have its release date put out through social media. I think it's going to be a Twitter / Nintendo Today app drop. I don't know what game it's going to be. What game, like Dragon Drive. Okay, that kind of made sense. It's just a $20 game. But the rest of these games that we know on their slate are not $20 games. So it's like, what game are they really just going to only do a social media drop like that and not try to make a bigger deal out of it? And that, I've been kind of leaning that it might be Prime 4 because they could do a Prime 4 direct next month and then have the release date be in there for September. And then they did make a big deal out of that. They gave it its own direct. But I have no idea on that front. What I do suspect, though, is September is going to be pretty big. One, I don't think they're going to skip doing an event in September, even though we're getting a third. One thing is we're getting a third-party direct now. We're not getting a first-party one, which means the next first-party thing is September, which is their traditional direct time. And it's obviously Mario's 40th anniversary. So I don't think there's any way we get through September without a major Nintendo event. But this does now make me think, because for a while I thought they might do the massive direct now and then just Mario in September. Now it's like, okay, no, they're probably just going to do a massive general direct in September that happens to have some Mario 40th stuff in it. And that's cool. I mean, and maybe the Mario 40th stuff, maybe they don't have a lot to discuss. Maybe it's just like a couple things. Like maybe it's Galaxy 2 remaster for Switch 1 to get the Switch 1 audience some stuff. It's 3D Mario. And then maybe one other thing. And that's still a lot, by the way, because the 35th anniversary of Zelda, we just got a Game & Watch. So it's still technically a lot of stuff. Well, maybe they don't feel like 3 announcements is like a whole direct for them. Because remember last time we did the Mario one, that was during the COVID year. So, they kind of had to fill the slate in there with whatever they had. So I do think that that's probably the plan at this point. And to be fair, that's what probably was the plan this whole time. We just didn't know. Nintendo's the one with their own roadmap. So I think September is going to end up being a stupidly massive direct for a lot of people. We're going to get release dates for the rest of the year, probably through January. Hell, we might get a release date for Dust Bloods at that time because that's a 2026 game. And they're going to show. And the thing about September is they always tease games for the following year. So we're going to get teases for 2026 as well. And that actually makes the September direct even bigger. September direct's always pretty big because you get a 2026 tease. I think we could get multiple 2026 teases, including 3D Mario, and obviously a bunch of their entire holiday slate all lined up. So the September Direct's going to be massive, and our bingo boards are going to look very, very different come that Direct than they do today. But I'm not as upset as I am that I want to know this stuff now, and I'd like a nice beefy 45-minute Direct. Nintendo put an extra 20 minutes on and at least give me release dates. Maybe it's one of those things where Nintendo doesn't want to announce any new game right now. And so they thought if they did a general right now, it would just be release dates. Obviously new trailers, but it'd be release dates for their current games that they have announced. And that people would be disappointed that they're not going to announce something brand new right now. Because it would just be rehashing games we already know about. So if you're going to do that, let's wait until we plan to announce things. And that might be in September. So it could make sense. Also, again, think about all these showcases that went by that had nothing for Switch 2. Why? Partner showcase. So I'm starting to see the vision. And I think once we get to the end of September, everything's going to make sense. Now, the question is, what the hell happens next year? Do we go back to the traditional way, or is Nintendo going to keep fucking around?
I guess we'll find out.
It's been wild since August of last year, when we had 3 Directs in a week, but one was for the museum, and then there was a Indie World back to back with a partner showcase thing, and then some. Okay, cool. We had the kind of a standard Direct earlier in the year, and then all of a sudden, boom, we get a Direct and a Switch 2 Direct a week apart, and now a partner showcase in July. Nothing happened in June, so everything's all over the place right now. The question is, once we get past all this, is it going back to standard next year? Is Nintendo just going to keep rocking our world? We get to January, and now there's a new massive Direct for something. Yeah, who the hell knows? Maybe we start getting a Direct every other month. I shouldn't give Nintendo ideas.
Damn.
Anyways, all right, that's where I'm sitting on all this right now.
Thunder, bring the stash. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I still think we're going to get some more Directs this year.
Sure.
Obviously, it's the launch year, and the console launched halfway through the year, right? So we got 6 months to see how many Directs you can get in the remainder of the year, right? And so we had the Switch 2 Direct in April. We had the Mario Kart Direct, and we're gonna have this Direct. I expect, obviously, the Mario Direct in September. I really do think we're gonna get a Metroid Spotlight, similar to what we had with Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to. And I also think there's going to be more to it. I fully expect, again, I'll say this a million times, Prime 1, 2, and 3, mouse Joy-Con controls, Switch 2 upgrade for Prime Remastered, and then Prime 2 and 3. Just like they did with Pikmin. I'm sure the same's coming for Pikmin too. Just makes too much sense. It's easy money. So I think we get the Mario one. We get a Metroid one. I think my question is there going to be a third one? Because it is, the first 6 months. These are crucial. This is your first holiday season we're going into. You've got to build that hype. And so I was thinking about it earlier today, and it's today or tomorrow is going to be the 31st. So essentially August 1st, essentially, right? In Japan, it'll be on August 1st. And it's Mario in September, yes. Metroid. We could almost have, I feel 3 in the next 60 days. Because you got to have it before people start hunkering down for holidays.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a Direct really in November. You got to get it out the door in October. So that would give us from essentially August 1st to October, the end of October. So roughly 90 days to get 3 Directs out. including the one we're going to have tomorrow. So 2 more. That, Metroid, Mario, but 1 more. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a possibility? The things I'm looking at is like, okay, tomorrow, potentially, right? There's some really big indie games coming to Switch too. A few could be on my bingo card. I won't say it. But they're big enough that they deserve to like be in this direct, the partner direct.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're coming. We know they're coming. So that's what I got to ask is that question. Like, if they're not in this direct, they need something. They need some sort of outlet, some sort of promotion. Because there's enough indie games that we already know about that I think deserve people's attention. That could make a really good indie direct. And that would be like the first indie spotlight. So you got to look at that too. It's like we have that possibility depending on what happens tomorrow. So if we don't get any indie games shown, and you guys probably know some of the ones I'm talking about, if not all of them, if those aren't shown, I think we might get something with all of them in there. Because it would be a great way to kick off indies on Switch too.
I feel like
same time. If we don't, it could be in a general direct.
Yeah, I feel like they'll do that in December. Because if the reports are true that like, indies don't, like most of them don't have dev kits yet, I think they'll have them before December. And then there'll be like a December indie world.
I think some of these games are going to be out though already. Like, yeah, I'm talking about games that are coming out.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Because it was an indie developer who shined some light on this that they couldn't get a dev kit yet, and Nintendo told them that. I don't remember which indie developer was.
I remember this story.
They told them that because the game is also on Switch 1, that they can't get a dev kit right now. So like they're focusing only on indies that are making games exclusively for the Switch 2 platform. So that's not very many right now. Because why would you not want your game on Switch 1 with a bigger audience?
Yeah, no, that's totally valid. But I think you could have from the games that we know that are coming that are indie games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like around 5 or 6 games that could literally crush a indie spotlight.
I know. I know the ability that gets us on the board.
Yeah.
So it's just such an interesting situation we're in with the timing. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I think Nintendo's already got this planned out. They already know what the timeline looks like. We're left speculating, right? But there's going to be plenty of games to play. That's what matters.
Hell yeah. Let's take it over to Mr. Sock Puppet himself, the Spice Lord, Eric Moore. What are your thoughts on this one, brother?
You know, I can see. I agree with Alyssa that I think with the Nintendo Today app, I think they're going to release like some NSO. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Is that's what they use that to, announce NSO stuff, which kind of kills one of my bingo card things. But I'm good with it as long as it comes. But as for like the direct and stuff like that, I was kind of thinking along the same lines of Stash there that we're probably going to have 3 in the next 3 months. And actually, the more he was talking, I'm like, could we have 4 in the next 3 months? Where you have an indie showcase on the 13th, you have a general direct on the 14th, general direct on the 28th, a Mario direct sometime in September, and then a Prime 4 direct sometime in October with the release date of November. And it's like, this is insane. The possibilities that could come up with this stuff, not being normal for this year. That's what it feels like, I guess. So yeah, I mean, there is almost infinite possibilities. It feels like that we can, Nintendo can go in, because it feels like we're almost pulling rabbits out of hats just to, we're gonna keep people guessing. So here we go. So that's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys all make really great points. I spent a lot of time thinking about this one because, like a bunch of you have said already, it's just like the timing of everything is so interesting. And I agree with all of you to some degree. I agree with Prime. I think that the September Direct is going to be a big blowout Direct. I don't think it's just going to be a Mario 40th anniversary. What I think we'll do is we'll get the bulk of the showcase being a major, just normal Direct. And then the tail end of it is going to be like, hey, guess what? It's Mario's 40th anniversary. And then it's going to close out with a bunch of Mario announcements. Maybe we get Mario 40 on NSO. They bring back that Mario 35 concept. Maybe we get Mario Maker 3 announced with mouse controls. Would be really cool. Maybe it's not Mario Maker 3. Maybe it's an upgraded version of Mario Maker 2. From the Switch with the mouse controls incorporated and some extra DLC, maybe some of the wonder mechanics added in there, which would be really cool. And then maybe a grand finale tease of the next 3D Mario game, which I think is a lot closer than a lot of people might think. But I do feel like I think Stash hit on some really good points. I do feel like that there is room for multiple directs over the next few months. What's interesting about this one is that you guys mentioned like Prime 4 having its own direct, and I definitely think that that's a game that would greatly benefit. We've only seen a small slice of this game. People have only gotten to play a small slice of this game. We don't really know like how similar it is to previous games and how much new innovation is brought to it. We know there's going to be some psychic powers, but is this going to feel like just another Prime 1, 2, and 3? Or is it doing things that we just haven't seen yet because we've only seen that early mission that really innovates and reinvents itself in some ways? And what's confusing about that, though, is that I see a Prime 4 focus direct being a possibility. But I also feel like, does Kirby Air Riders need a Kirby Air Riders only direct? We have Mario Kart World. That's the biggest racing game that launched this year on the Nintendo console, period. Kirby Air Riders isn't as big as Mario Kart. We also have a Sonic racing game coming out that looks fantastic. Do we need extra time on this game to tell people who might already have Mario Kart World, to tell people who are interested in the Sonic racing game? Here's why you need Kirby that they can't do in like a minute and a half trailer in a Nintendo Direct that flies by. Or does Kirby get delayed? We haven't mentioned the possibility of a game being delayed. Totally possible. But the other one is Splatoon Raiders. This is a spinoff. Splatoon has gotten that franchise has gotten many solo focused directs explaining like the new maps, the new weapons, some of the new modes. Do we get a Splatoon Raiders? This is a spinoff on a breakthrough series for Nintendo. We got to explain what's different. Why, if you're a fan of this one, you should definitely check out this one. So it's interesting. I can see a scenario where they do some Nintendo Today stuff with Metroid Prime 4, but they save the bulk of it for a focused direct. And that is like, how with Donkey Kong, they'd show off like 3D renders, like some of his different moves. Maybe they could show off like each day a new psychic ability. It's like a 15-second, 20-second clip just showing off an ability, like some sort of a puzzle mechanic. But we also get that meaty direct. It's interesting. I feel like there's so much to see. I feel like Nintendo's holding a lot close to their chest. And Prime, you mentioned the possibility of 2026 stuff. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see a handful of 2026 stuff. We always do. Even at the Switch 2 trailer, we got end of the year announcements. We got Dust Bloods. That's 2026. Nintendo's famous for being like, hey, we're focusing on just this holiday season, or we're focusing just on games from the first half. And there's always one or two announcements that bleed into the following year. So it's hard to tell. I say this all the time on the podcast. Nintendo's the king of curveballs. There is no like strict formula. They have no strict way of doing something. They'll do something solid for 2 years and then they'll just completely throw it out the window. and hit you with something else. So I definitely think we're going to see a hybrid approach. We're going to get a little bit of everything. Indie Direct makes sense. Game Focus Directs makes sense. Big blowout September Direct with a ending emphasis on Mario's 40th makes sense. And I think the Nintendo Today is a great way to just give little. I hope they don't continue to do big reveals on it, but I hope they give like little bite-sized stuff, little morsels, little teasers to kind of just like satiate our never-ending appetite for more Nintendo. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
And by the way, excited when you're talking about the Prime 4, like showing us little clips of. I was like sitting here getting butterflies in my stomach. I'm like, oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a cool use for it. And again,
yeah,
I hope, and I'm sure it's the same for all you guys. I really hope that they don't do just a Nintendo Today like final stuff for Metroid with the release date. I hope they give it more love and attention. I certainly feel like the game needs it. Especially, it's like if there's more to this, we got to see that at some point. There are some things that work really well with being a mystery. We talked about recently on the show. Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of mystery around that game, but that's a game that could get away with it. That mystique. It has a big enough of an audience just so hungry for that they could get away with keeping so many elements close to their chest. I don't think that works for Prime 4. I don't think it works for Kirby. I don't think it works for Splatoon Raiders. So I'm excited. I mean, listen, we're not going to get all of our wishes this year, but I feel like we're going to get a lot. And I feel like this is just a really good and exciting time to be a Nintendo fan, ultimately.
I mean, I might get all my wishes.
Fair enough. And Alyssa, but is that
so far?
Is that an Expedition 33 shirt that you're wearing?
Is.
That is rad. Hell yeah.
She may or may not be teasing her bingo card.
I can't read it, but that's awesome.
I can't read this.
Yeah, it says for those who banter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Great game.
Yeah, I played on PS5. I platinumed it. It's like the only game I really like wanted to platinum because I adore it.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I'll play the fuck out of it if it comes to Switch 2.
I'm gonna stream it when it comes to Switch 2. I really think it will. I follow like so many interviews and like listen to all this stuff about it. The composer for the game is actually a really big Legend of Zelda fan, and Majora's Mask is his favorite game. And listening to the soundtrack, I can kind of like see it a little bit, but I'm like, when Koji Kondo, like, love him, and I'm not saying replace him, but like, bring this kid in, bring this guy in, get him in on the game, on the Zelda game, like, but replace him. No, like when when it's his time to go, like you got to bring in a little protege, and I want him to be him. So I think he could do a really cool Zelda soundtrack personally.
But just on that topic really quick, my dream composer for a Zelda game, I'd love to, especially if they do something kind of weird and whimsical and dark, like Majora's Mask again, is Grant Kirkhope. I just can picture him doing like this weird, almost like Danny Elfman type, just like dark, whimsical, fantastical. Yeah. But anyways, I pre-ordered the vinyl for Expedition 33 because I love the soundtrack so much.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I have the link saved. I might do the whole like big thing because I pre-ordered like that monolith statue. I'm like all in on this game, dude.
You're all
like,
in. Oh, yeah.
Like I love Zelda, but I'm like I joke about like that meme, like the guy like holding the girl's hand.
Oh yeah.
So, like I'm like I made a meme of like me and like Expedition 33 with Zelda. I'm like I still love Zelda. It'll always be dear to my heart. But I'm just like I'm enraptured by this game.
Oh, yeah.
I like want to talk about it so much, but at the same time I don't because I'm like people just go play it. Like experience it for yourself.
Yeah, you should have been here when we had Jake Randall on talking.
Oh no, I'm like him, like dreaming about it and everything. I'm like obsessed.
Dude, he just had his YouTube channel and stuff hat today, and he's still talking to me about this game.
Oh snap!
While his channel's hat, he's like, "Hey, have you finished Expedition 33 yet?" I'm like, "No, I haven't."
I keep talking to somebody in my community too. I'm like, "How are you? How far are you? Where are you at now? Where are you at now?" I'm like, "Right, it is."
Yeah, Jake Randall. There you go. How do you do, man? The Expedition 33
hey.
What's up with the chat,
man?
That's sick. I love it.
Up on a secondary account. Yep. All right. Hopefully YouTube helps them out in a moment. I just connected them behind the scenes. So, all right, let's go ahead then. Is that everyone who went?
Mm-hmm.
I believe
that's everyone.
Cool. Let's get to the direct bingo. Yeah. That is
Keep
Now we're
going.
playing Bonanza.
Keep going.
the hype. What? We have more?
Yeah. More. Yes.
The air horns in Bonanza killed me.
Whoa. I mean, maybe some people predicted some horror games. I don't know. A little creepy there. I mean,
What the hell? We need to get one of the from the intro.
You do.
on there. It'd be so good.
I
Look.
read your voice in the notes with that.
Dash walked away. I should have waited for a moment and then just hit this one. But people were talking. I was trying not to interrupt too much. All right. Let's go ahead then and get to the Nintendo Direct Bingo. So before we go, it was brought to my attention by Diet Cherry Coke. You fucker. You always have the shit I don't have around here.
Right.
I don't have Cherry Coke around here. I literally looked for it today.
Look at that label.
Wow,
know,
dude.
it's awesome.
Where'd you get that? Is that like vintage? Did that expire like 30 years ago? Where did you get that?
I was thinking
He's like, I've been saving for a special day.
No, you know what? I was looking at the grocery ads. Do you guys look at the grocery ads?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I do every week. I always enjoy doing this. I don't know why. I've always been this way. It's not like an old person thing. I've always been this way. And I saw they had Cherry Coke, Diet Cherry Coke throwback, and it was exclusive to Fry's, which is Kroger, like in some places, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Ralph's. I was like, holy shit. Dude,
Exactly.
I gotta get this. I haven't seen this since probably the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh yeah.
You almost, I feel like you got to save a can, man. I don't know how much you bought, but I feel like you should save a can.
About a few cases, for sure.
That's something I'd put on my shelf. I wish I had a classic can of.
He's got
like 5 back there. Yeah.
a whole wall full of it.
I wish I had a OG can of Surge really bad.
Oh, right.
But I'm really curious to see your bingo card because we might be on a similar wavelength because I too am drinking a cherry refreshment. It's the cherry liquid death soda, but it's called Cherry Obituary.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Nice.
That has a nice sound to it.
This is going to be a scary day right now. Okay. So before we dive into this, I was reminded today, actually, I think yesterday, by my lovely fiance that, the podcast crew is going to be in person next month. We're all going to be around each other. And we are doing this direct bingo. Maybe we should have a friendly wager on this that can get paid off in person. I don't know what the wager can be. I don't have any real ideas, to be completely honest. She just brought it up. Hey, it's like, well, the first time you're in person and you can have a wager. I told her, like, Stash and I already got a game going. It's good,
Yeah. I did not build.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
I did not build my bingo card to
Trying to get bingos.
take people's money.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
I would have put Just Dance in there in the sizzle reel and Madden in the sizzle reel, and I could have named probably like 75% of what's going to be in the sizzle reel.
Right?
Yeah,
Go
I
off
know.
the sizzle reel.
Looking at my bingo card stash.
The bingo card is built for fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's what I did too. My bingo card is built for fun as well.
Yeah.
Eric
We should
go with straight diagonal wish list items. So you can literally not get a bingo.
Hey, I admire that, man, because it like Stash said, it's easy to kind of go things we expect. And obviously I put some things that I think we all expect to be there. I had to force myself to be like, okay, but like what's something that's just not obvious?
Yeah, it's not fun to just do a bingo that's just all well, look at the games already announced without release dates. That's all the ones on the bingo chart.
Yeah. But what I think could be a more interesting one down the line would be the one with the worst bingo card. It's like a punishment of some sort. The person who has the shittiest bingo card after the direct.
I mean, that's what we could do right now.
Gets pied in the face. I don't know.
I told Nate the
Pied in the face.
Pie on the face at the in-person podcast.
no. I told Nate the person who wins or the person who loses has to buy the first hour of the everybody's drinks for the first hour of the Red Bull.
That's cruel.
Content creators.
That's actually cool.
Yeah. He's referencing the fact that Red Bull at PAX East, when we went, there was like an hour and a half or a 2 hour period where all the drinks were free at the bar. So he's basically saying, "Oh, the loser has to provide all the drinks for the first couple hours of the Red Bull event." Except it's free. I mean, I guess technically
it's a tongue-in-cheek punishment.
Oh man, dude, yeah, it was wild. Once I saw other people walking away with like 4 drinks, I'm like, you can do that? So I kept going up and rounding in circles and piled them on my things. I didn't have to pay for drinks.
He had 12 drinks on the table at once.
Didn't have to pay for drinks all night. It was great.
Yeah.
You just talking about Red Bulls?
No, it was
anything you wanted.
Alcoholic beverage you want, or any beverage. But yeah, it was literally
like a Red Bull
bar.
I think I missed that part.
Yeah.
When I read it, I was thinking,
no,
it's
so
just
Rebel's
Red
got
Bulls, man, and I'm like, dude,
So Rebel
how'd
is
your
a
heart not
creator's thing.
explode?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. He's like, I was just grabbing 4 at a time. I was like, what?
Rebel sponsored PAX East. They're also sponsoring PAX West. Okay, they're sponsoring it for content creators. So they have a creators room on the show floor. That's just like Red Bull mixed with punch, and then they have like a DJ and an artist, and it's just a little chill room. I go in there about once a day just to get a little pick me up, get that little caffeine kick, and get back going. And sometimes it's good just to take a break from all the walking. But then they also, and if they did this at PAX East, I assume they'll do it at PAX West. They sponsored a drinking night for content creators at a bar that was basically attached to the building. I don't know if this one would be attached to the building or not. I don't know this area as well, but and you go line up there, and the first 2 hours was unlimited drinks. They had food as well. The food wasn't handled very well.
No, the food was not handled well.
That's the fault of I think of the bar.
It was
more
good food, but
either way, it was unlimited drinks for like 2 hours, and it was sick because people realized, literally, they will let you get anything. You want that $30 cocktail?
I was
get your $30 cocktail.
It was not cheap at all. Even the Red Bull stuff was like $20. Like the stuff that they were serving to us in the room.
Well, we're in Boston. You're in the middle of Boston.
I realize that, but still,
dude, I don't think you remember when we went to the bar last time at PAX East. It was $15 for a beer.
I don't drink beer, so no, I don't remember.
yeah, it was expensive, dude. When I went up there and I got me and Andres a shot. It was $25 a shot. Welcome to Boston.
Fun shit.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it didn't. I didn't care because I didn't have to pay for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I loaded my table up with beers and mixed drinks. It was great.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then they would even let me get shots as well. I'm like, wait, I can get shots?
Yeah.
I think like 6 shots of this right now. Sure as shit. I'm like,
what night was this on?
Yeah, what night was it? Was it Friday?
Friday or Saturday. So that'd be day 2 or 3.
Well, and you gotta remember this one goes.
I know that's why I said day 2 or 3, not.
Either way,
I think it was Friday night. I think it was
either way.
Day 2.
It was wild, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But we shut down the bar. We were there till the bar closed because I had so many drinks to drink.
They closed at 2, the normal time.
They did a whole event there as well. Technically, they had like a gaming event. So like it's like you're doing drinks and then doing gaming competitions and winning prizes and stuff. It was actually kind of
flurry.
They had a DJ, of course.
Trivia.
Yeah. It was trivia. It was fun.
They had
like a Street Fighter tournament thing, and like Ash likes to win, but like everyone's drinking, so everyone's kind of like a mix of Mario Kart, and you're having fun. Everyone wins. It's great.
Yeah.
Keyboards and mice and all sorts of shit. It was awesome. So I'm assuming if they did that at PAX East, they're probably doing it at PAX West.
I would hope so.
Because
you never know.
Because the creator room is the exact same thing as what they had at PAX East. So, all right. That being said, bingos. If you guys don't want to do a friendly wager, I don't really give a shit.
We can also just bring this up tomorrow too.
Well, it's got to be before the direct. You can't bring it up tomorrow because we'll already know after the direct
who won, who
didn't.
Fair
so you got to make the wager before.
That's
the direct.
true. Yeah.
You can't do it after
I'd say we could do maybe similar to the worst card. Right?
Yeah. Whoever gets the worst card, something happens.
Yeah, but what will it be? That's the question.
That is the question.
The stakes, man.
Yeah, and we gotta remember, whatever happens, it'll probably be fun for the wives because they always love watching us get punished.
And this is picks, right? Percentage of picks.
Yeah, percentage of picks. Doesn't have to be bingos.
Okay.
Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper.
No, loser has to loser has to take both laxative and Viagra and go play tennis.
Oh my god.
What? Go play tennis?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Oh boy. Gamer down a lot of
Tennis is crazy.
I went too far with the tennis. My bad.
Tennis is just threw me off.
Yeah, that's where we drew the line there. Yep. I mean, I'm fine with the pie in the face. That's not a bad idea.
I wish we had one of those. You guys remember like 90s Nickelodeon with like the pie pods? Like what was it? It was like What Would You Do or Double Dare back in the day.
Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Was
Yeah.
the best. Yeah.
And then they had like the slime. Yeah, all the slime stuff.
Oh, the slime stuff was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Good times, man. Too bad we can't say like you have to go sit in a dunk tank or something.
Right.
That was always fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We're gonna have to invest in a Nintenbyte dunk tank so bad with our logo across it. Oh my gosh, that would be so
Don't
sick.
make me start looking up the cost to rent a dunk tank out in Seattle.
Jesus. Oh God.
That would rock though. If we did an in-person live podcast with a Nintenbyte dunk tank.
Yeah.
Super cats get to throw balls.
Like that would be so wild.
That would be.
Be like, we're live. Oh, you're asking a question in person. Yeah, hold on a second. $20 super chat. Give me 20 balls.
Yeah.
Which one of us is going to the tank?
Right.
All four at once. Oh man. Who's on the bottom? Anyways,
just like in the tank screaming.
So you can do. I mean, Eric's always gonna go for Spice Lord bullshit because for him it's not much of a punishment.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You know what? I mean, punishing Eric is making him chug a beer. He fucking hates beer.
Yeah,
but he'll still do the chug, but he fucking hates it. But what about? Okay, so pie in the face was one that is obviously could always do. Just a little messy, but whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty classic. It's a pretty classic one. Or maybe we can make this really entertaining for people if we do it on the podcast, even if it's a pre-recorded or a live, because I don't really know what's going to happen while we do it. Because if the internet sucks, then we can't really do it live, but we can pre-record it. The two worst cards could do the burrito slap challenge.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
You guys know what that is? Okay. So the burrito slap challenge is where you both have two giant burrito shells.
Oh,
right?
I think I know. Yeah.
Floppy ones, and you put water, and you just one person slaps the other person until someone spits the water out from laughing or whatever. It's hilarious.
That could be entertaining.
Eric and I did it with the Prime Gaming Fest a couple years ago. People loved it. They wanted us to do it again.
That's probably where I heard about it from. It sounds
Wait, is it just a tortilla or is it an actual like burrito?
I mean, that'd be kind of funny.
It's so messy.
It sounds very wasteful.
Taco.
No,
it's just the shell.
It's just a tortilla shell. It's just a tortilla.
You could ask. We could wear an "Ask Me About the Bet I Lost" sign for a day as we're walking around packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Loser has to write the winner song.
Make the loser wear something embarrassing at PAX for a day.
Oh God.
I don't know what you're thinking right now.
Come on, Eric, spit it out.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up.
I don't know what's going on there.
Do DK
costume. You have to wear the Donkey Kong costume the whole time when you're there for one day. Oh my god.
Bowser mask.
The DK costume would kind of be fun, actually.
Yeah, that's not a punishment.
If one of us wanted
A Tingle costume.
Stash is over there being like, I might just do it anyways.
Yeah.
The costume's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. God, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the loser has to come up with like the cheapest and worst cosplay to wear for a day there. Like the absolute, like you barely spend any money. It's
How
just
about
like
that?
the worst looking thing you can come up with. But it's something. It's a character.
Just put something in the private chat. How about that?
Oh my god, which one did you click on? Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Private chat.
Oh man. The guy's face,
right?
The look on his face
Bad time.
makes it really funny.
He's having a
Like,
bad time.
yeah, he looks pissed about being in that.
We're looking at the audio version. We're looking at a Bowser's headpiece costume on Amazon. Can't show anything because it'll show addresses, but it's
No, yeah.
it's
Does
hilarious.
it come with that mustard yellow shirt too?
No,
If not, but
no, it
no,
doesn't.
probably not. But we can find,
We can find a
dude.
mustard yellow shirt.
Neat.
What?
We'll talk about it later.
What is that? We're trying to figure out-
Or,
No. The thing that we're doing that we just ordered.
I don't know what we just ordered.
Oh, good God. Clothing?
Oh, merch.
Yeah.
You just say we bought merch.
Yes.
Who cares? Yeah.
But you could add a mustard yellow merch to the t-shirts, and we can just order that.
One of us has to wear one of the ugliest colors we can come up with for the merch.
that's a good halfway point.
with that
With the
Bowser.
With the Bowser.
I just sent another costume in the chat.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
It's maybe worse. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, wear that. That is more of a
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. I also like that it's like half as much as the other one too.
Oh, yeah.
That's so dumb.
It fits the very cheap cosplay concept.
Yes, it does.
It's a toad hat.
Oh my god. The
The
funny thing
Toadette, look at the Toadette picture.
yeah, the Toadette one's not good.
I saw it, but I didn't like oh my.
I
With the
swear,
awkward
whoever
smile,
wear it,
too.
they're probably gonna go all out and try to buy like an Aladdin costume to go with it.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, okay, sure. Should we do that? The Toad one?
Yeah. I
Or
still
just
think we should
worst
find out.
cosplay?
And I
Worst
still
cheap
think we
cosplay?
can. Yeah, worst cheap cosplay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, really, the loser's one's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. The winner gets nothing.
Right.
No one cares. This is about not wanting to lose.
Yeah.
This isn't about if you're first, you're last. You just don't want to be last.
I would have done my card way differently. I took some big risks on my card.
Gamer's over here like, shit, it's gonna be me.
So did I. I took some risks too.
Get that blue vest ready.
I
All
know.
right, let's get into third party direct bingo. Yeah.
Thank God we didn't settle on the Viagra, laxative, and tennis.
What would you have done?
Well, it
if you-
sounded good at the time.
what would
Sorry.
you have done if all of us would have been like, all right, sure.
Ain't no way. Yeah.
That would have been hilarious. We're like, oh, that's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is someone wearing it depends what we do?
Right.
Very creative.
Wow,
That actually would probably end in an arrest,
Well,
unfortunately.
Yeah,
that
probably.
sounds to me like a college party
Yeah.
prank is what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That-
All right.
yeah.
Let's get to our direct bingo. Who wants to start? You know what? Let's start. Let's start with Sky Sort of Alyssa, since I have her card right here. We'll get this opened up here.
I do have some obvious ones though. It was
That's
a little
okay.
hard for
You're
me to
not
come up with stuff.
So,
Dude,
we don't care. We don't care
Trash
about your
man.
bet. Hold on here.
I'll take the Viagra and the laxative and play tonight.
Stash, I gotta ask you real quick, not
Yeah.
to derail. Are you gonna be bringing a bunch of snacks to PAX? Because I feel like you are. I feel like you're gonna have a snack.
I
like a
mean,
traveling snack bag.
yeah. Typically, I bring snacks with me. Like, I don't go anywhere without a
Make sure you bring
Werther's
up
in
some
my
whole
pocket.
food.
Yes, I love that.
I have candy. I always have candy, dude. I always do. I always have snacks though, and yeah, I probably will. I always travel with them too.
I'll
It just
probably have
makes sense.
nothing.
I don't know where the nearest grocery store is wherever we're staying. I like to
Right.
make sure I got some stuff on me in case I get hungry.
All right. So
N-
we have
nice,
a big board on
nice,
the table
bingo
here from Sky Sword Alyssa. I told you her board looks nice.
Yeah, it's
Not bad.
Thank you.
aesthetically pleasing.
Most impressive.
All right.
Makes
Why don't you
mine
go
look
through the list and let's see what you got and why you put it there.
All right, so do you want me to just do like one at a time and why I put it there, or like read them all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I have Metaphor on there at the top left. I believe there's a rumor about it coming. I was trying to like look at some games that have been out for a little while now because I feel like some of the like really new games it might be too soon. So I feel like that came out sometime last year. I feel like that would be pretty good contender. Oblivion, I feel like it really should come because we had Skyrim, and I don't really see why it wouldn't. That's one that I like really want to come. So there's a lot here that I don't really like care for personally, but Oblivion's one that I would really like to see come over because I haven't picked it up yet. Excuse me. Borderlands 4, we got that silly little what was that Twitter video?
Randy Pritchford being Randy Pritchford. That's what we got.
I was like, oh my. So, but I feel like we'll get an update on that in the direct, like an official, official.
I was gonna be like, it's Randy. It's looking more official than the big Rand.
I guess more professional. I guess you could say.
What? That wasn't professional? Doing a selfie video off your phone?
It's coming this year. Sorry. I feel like Call of Duty is probably going to be shown. They have that deal. Expedition 33, I really, really want to see it there. I kind of don't think it'll be there. I feel like it's a little too soon. They are like really overwhelmed because of how successful their game is, and they also probably don't have a dev kit. But I feel like that would be a really good game for Nintendo fans. I feel like they would like that a lot. Sea of Thieves, we got that banana tweet. So I feel like that's kind of like a little tease. We know Elden Ring is coming, but we just don't know when. I feel like Age of Imprisonment is most likely going to be shown because it's developed by Koei Tecmo, and I believe Age of Calamity was in a partner direct before. So I'm really excited. I really hope we see Age of Imprisonment. Hades 2, I think, was rumored, so that's why I threw that in there. Pokemon Coliseum is the one that I kind of wanted to change last minute, but I didn't have time and couldn't really think of anything. At first, I was like, okay, Game Freak isn't, and the Pokemon Company isn't totally owned by Nintendo, so they could show it. They didn't show it last week, which would be kind of weird. I feel like this would be more of like how they just did Mario Paint, where they would just put it on YouTube and like Twitter and on social media and just say, hey, it's out now. Because they already showed that it's coming eventually. We just don't know when. And we also don't know like an August drop. So I feel like they could maybe still potentially show it here and be like, it's out next week or in like 2 weeks. Because that's already, August is literally Friday. Silk Song's supposed to come out this year. I haven't played Hollow Knight, so I'm not like overly hyped like a lot of people are for Silk Song. So I hope Silk Song comes for the people that really want Silk Song. I hope they see when it comes out. I don't know really much about Persona, so I don't even know who that guy is. I was just trying to pick a pretty picture to put there for Persona. I feel like that's been rumored to come over, or a lot of people have wanted that. I feel like RPG turn-based games do really well for on Nintendo systems. Middle spots in my free space. I didn't know if I got a free space or not, so I put one there. First Light, that was that new James Bond game that they showed in the Switch 2 Direct, and I don't believe we've seen it anywhere else again. I could be wrong. I don't think it's been shown in Microsoft or Sony showcases. I listen to them at work, so I don't always like pay attention. Spirit of the North 2 is a game that's out on PlayStation and Steam right now. The first one's on Switch, and I'm not sure about Xbox, but I know the first one's on Switch as well. So, and I know like Microsoft and Sony have been like talking like, oh, we're going to be bringing more of our games to Nintendo consoles and be more, third party ish. But I enjoyed the first one a lot, so that's why I put the second one on here. I was also trying to pick some like different things. So I feel like that is a game that could potentially come over. Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year not last year, but the year prior. So I feel like it's been long enough that could be a game that they developed for Switch 2 and that it could run on that sort of hardware. Plus, it's such a huge game. I haven't played it yet, but it's such a huge game. I feel like being able to take that game with you would be really beneficial. I don't know what kind of Sims. I don't know if it'll be like Sim City or like the latest Sims, but I feel like Sims, because I know Stash has talked about it with the mouse control. It just seems like it would make a lot of sense. So I feel like we might see some Sims. Assassin's Creed Shadows, we had that PEGI rating, so I feel like that's a given. And Ubisoft was like, it's coming to more platforms this year, and there's only one other platform. I feel like we might see like just a glimpse of Star Wars Outlaws just based on, I forget who what the guy's name is, but he was saying like Switch 2 is gonna save it. So I feel like maybe they'll be like, hey, can you put us in your thing? So I feel like we might see it. Madden was either announced or rumored. I don't remember entirely.
It is.
I don't care about sports games. I'm sorry, but
hey, you put it on. I give you kudos for that.
Visions of Mana came out. I think it was last year, and I played that on PS5, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I think that's the type of game that would sit well with like Nintendo's audience, and I feel like it wouldn't be like too hard for them to bring that over. I'm blanking on the developer. I know who it is. And it's bothering me. I can't think of it.
It's a studio that no longer exists.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's so sad. So does that mean there's no chance for Visions of Mana on Switch?
I mean, there's no chance. They can use port company.
Okay.
I can still see a path for Visions of Mana.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a good game on Nintendo.
No Mana game has ever skipped Nintendo.
Okay. So maybe it'll be there then. Kina and the Bridge of Spirits. I feel like that would be another good game that would fit with the Nintendo audience. I was trying to think of like some games that I've noticed are only on PlayStation, since there's the rumblings of them bringing more games over, and that game's been out for like a few years now. So I haven't finished it. I played a bit of it, but it's kind of like a Zelda ish type game, like adventuring like that, like action adventure type thing. So I think that would, I really want to get back into it. I just have so many other games, and then I'm obsessed with Expedition 33 and Donkey Kong right now. Final Fantasy, is it 7 remake or is it Rebirth that's rumored to be coming?
Remake was announced, but no release date for that.
No release date. Okay, so I feel like we'll see that. And I haven't played Final Fantasy in a really long time. I tried like one game on PS4, and I couldn't really get into it. But after playing Expedition 33, I want to like try to get into Final Fantasy now, because I had a lot of fun playing that. I'm not really big on turn-based games, so that's kind of what turned me off. I put Genshin Impact here because I was also trying to figure out just something that would be totally different. And I know I played the shit out of this before Tears of the Kingdom came out. It was definitely a very good holder for me. I liked it, but I understand like the complaints and stuff about it. But I like, the more they just kept releasing stuff for it, I'm like, there's no way this can run on Switch. I'm like, it may be on Switch too. So I was like, okay, well, maybe we'll see it here. It's a free-to-play game. It's the anime. We usually see something anime.
I think that could be a very impactful title.
I actually like enjoy the story of the game, but it's a gacha game, and then it like you you don't have to spend money, but they do those events things so you get the in-game stuff and it makes you hooked and then you feel like you got to play and then you don't have fun anymore. But if you can like control yourself, like when Tears of the Kingdom came out, I like broke off of that. But yeah, I feel like we could see that. And then Dragon Ball Z, I think, was either rumored or that it was announced.
Sparking Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the other anime. So there.
Pretty solid card.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I'm gonna say I'm liking that a lot. But that also means that Landon's up. And here we go. Very different.
Very different. All right. I don't have a lot of explanation for these, but you know what? We're gonna try. All right. Starting off with my dream pick, Pac-Man World 2 repack. This would be one of the few things that could get me there. It's a great 3D platformer if no one's ever played it. We got Pac-Man World 1 repack not too long ago, about 2-3 years ago. So I think there's a chance that'd be a really great 3D platformer for Nintendo to announce. They did it for the partner direct that 2-3 years ago. So I could see that happening again. Silk Song, God knows. I mean, it's got to be here every single time. So put that in there. Klonoa. This is another strange one, but I was like, you know what? We had that Reverie series about 2-3 years ago also. So I think, I don't know, maybe it could be another time for, some type of old Klonoa game brought back or some type of surprise like that. 2K26 going to be in a sizzle reel for sure somewhere towards the end. Halo Master Chief Collection, another personal want of mine. I feel like it could happen. Not sure. For the cloud picture, that's just pretty much anything. Final Fantasy. You get Remake, Rebirth. I didn't even know Remake. I thought Remake was out already until you guys just told me. So probably Remake then. Final Fantasy's in there somewhere all the time. So, which I just finished for the first. That was my first Final Fantasy game. I loved it, by the way. So,
oh yeah,
Rayman. Come on, bring Rayman back. Some type of big revival, and Nintendo gets to announce it. That would be awesome. Rockstar. Probably not, but I mean, there's still GTA 5, obviously Red Dead. I don't think it's going to happen. I just threw it on there just in case. Then you have the FromSoft game with Dust Bloods. I think you guys said was that 2026 is supposed to come out. Okay, so it might be a little too early, but do it on there anyways. There's a new SpongeBob game coming out later this year. That feels like something Nintendo definitely would announce. Something they'd put in like a sizzle reel also. I have no clue what it's even about, but I just saw it literally the other day. I was like, again? But that felt very Nintendo to me. Call of Duty, definitely finally time to see some type of Call of Duty game coming. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't care. Sonic Racing, Cross Worlds, they're definitely going to throw that in there somewhere. There's always a Sonic touch in every show. Will it be better than Mario Kart is the question. Probably not. But Yooka-Laylee, this is something I feel like a lot of people are forgetting about. It's a big remake of Yooka-Laylee, and it looks like it's actually like more than a remake. It's changing a lot of the game. They're like changing a lot of the missions and the way the worlds look. So pretty excited for that one. Hyrule Warriors, I do think it's going to be here. Just like Alyssa said, they did have Age of Calamity showed off. I think it was a big chunk of one of the partner showcases back then. So I can see that one definitely getting some info. Hi-Fi Rush, don't know much about it. Just hear a lot of people talking about it, wanting it to be on Switch. Madden also going to be in a sizzle reel. I probably should just put that with 2K. But Professor Layton, I don't know if that would be saved for an indie direct or could they squeeze that in here. That was announced a while ago. I don't know how that's coming along. Surprise Nintendo collab. So something maybe like we had the Star Fox Battle for Atlas where they had Star Fox in there. Maybe something like the Cadence of Hyrule game where they threw Zelda in there. So something like Mario Rabbids, like a big surprise. Since it's like the first year of Switch 2, they did the same thing for the first year of Switch 1. Mm-hmm. So I would love to see some type of like surprise Nintendo collab there. Mega Man, bring Mega Man back.
Woo! That would be sick, dude.
I'm telling you, I'm hoping that's my hopium pick of the whole thing.
I love that pick. I hope it comes true.
Oh my gosh.
I almost did.
I had to look up how long it's been since 11. It's been since 2018. So I'm like,
totally do.
11 sold really well too, right?
It's the best-selling Mega Man. Yeah.
Hell yes! Bring the boy in blue back.
Bring him back.
Here for it.
Star Wars Outlaws. It could be Star Wars anything. I would preferably want the Jedi games. Survivor and Fallen Order would be cool. But either of them would work. Grounded 2 just actually came out. So I think Grounded 1 is on Switch currently. So they could do that one as well. I'm sure there could be some NSO games. We've seen them do it before in past third-party showcases. So what I'm thinking is maybe since we got like Soul Calibur 2 with Link, there's also some other games like the NBA Street with Mario, Luigi, and Peach that they could show off. Maybe the SSX Tricky game that also had Mario, Luigi, and Peach would be cool. Or just some other type of NSO games that they have. There's a Shantae Game Boy Advance game coming out. I think it was supposed to be the beginning of this year and it got delayed back into August. So we could see something small with that.
Dude, check this out.
Uh-oh. It's shiny. It's shiny.
It just came in today.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
awesome.
This is the golden cartridge Shantae Advance.
I
I'm
just got
really
into
looking
it.
forward to this.
So yeah, I just got into it with I think Half Genie Hero.
Did you like it?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I
Dude,
loved it.
great
The soundtrack
games,
is
right?
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Oh my
these games
gosh.
are so good. So many people sleep on them, but
I
they're
did.
excellent platformers.
Yeah.
I've always been Shantae curious, but I've never actually played one.
It's
Get
it's
into
like it's like a different style of 2D. Like it's more like an adventure 2D game where like
Sure.
you're not just trying to get to the end, you're like exploring each level, going
That's
back. I love it. But yeah, this is another kind of hope. But I mean, maybe I'm reaching, but there's a small chance maybe Kirby gets tossed in there from Bandai and Sakurai's team. So I'm throwing that in there as like a maybe.
All right. Not half bad. All right. Eric, you ready to share yours?
I can, yeah. No, not that. Where? Oh, there it is. Image file.
Image file, everybody. There it is.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, mine is completely.
Yeah, this was like me last time.
Yep. No, this is still me last time too.
It's okay. You might step it up one day. Watch him win.
That's funny. Okay. So we're gonna start out with the Master Chief Collection. I have a feeling that Microsoft's gonna bring a lot of stuff over, so that's gonna be a good one to get. Silk Song's gonna come in. Gears of War E-Day. I did a Red Dead 1 Switch 2 edition, and I'm not sure if that's gonna happen just because it probably just runs better via just being on Switch 2 anyways, but you never know. These next two here kind of go together. So Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 non-cloud versions, and then Kingdom Hearts 4. We'll go back with
where's HMK? He's screaming somewhere.
I told you.
HMK is screaming
I
somewhere.
told you I had a couple of picks that HMK would absolutely love. RE9, Resident Evil 9. Again, and a lot of these are just things I've actually just pulled out of. Yep, this is what I think could come. I really have no explanation for them.
That sounds like you.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yes, it is. Mario and Rabbids collection. Lies of P. I've heard rumors that or I read rumors that it's coming.
But what if they're lies?
Yeah, they could be. Baldur's Gate 3. Final Fantasy remake / rebirth dates. So the dates for both of them. We get the third part of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy, the name of it. And then My Free Space is Just Dance. It's basically a free space.
Yeah.
And then we got a new Harry Potter game.
Damn.
Black
Dang,
Myth
you went
Wukong,
big.
Yeah, you went ham.
This is sick.
which is probably why I'm going to dress up like Toad.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm feeling very safe. I got really nervous.
Your bingo card,
Oh yeah.
I was feeling nervous.
especially
after
your
the
pick
first two
right
cards.
under Just Dance. I like
Oh,
that one a lot.
I'm getting there. Ninjala 2. I think, Ninjala, I'm pretty sure did pretty well, and Nate and I absolutely loved that coming out of the E3 we played it. Red Dead 2, I think that's going to come over. I'm going to skip the next one because that's the one I want the most to happen. I had that in my middle, but then I had to replace it for free space with Just Dance. A Pac-Man collection with a new game. because it's the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think there's gonna be some sort of Pac-Man either collection or game, something like that.
Or a live action movie or something.
Right. Yep. Bloodstained and the Scarlet Engagement. I was looking up games for all the third party things that Nate had posted, and that actually looks like it's a pretty decent game.
Dude, Bloodstained is so good.
Yeah.
Like I highly recommend it.
I was gonna say it looked really good.
It's so
Stash,
good. It's go ahead.
What's the one? Because I've only played one Bloodstained game, and it was phenomenal. Like it was like flawless. It's the NES style one that mimics with the multiple characters that you unlock and play as. Which Bloodstained game is that?
That's okay. So there's Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, and then the NES ones are
I only played the first one. It was
Curse of the
phenomenal.
Moon. There's Curse
of the Moon. Phenomenal. I could only speak
actually-
for that game. It's
It's
perfect.
behind me.
Yeah.
Dude, such great games. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just wanted to
No, you're good. You're
let
good.
everyone know.
It looked
amazing
really good.
games.
When I looked at the trailer for it, it looked actually really good. Next thing I have on here is the Plucky Square get some DLC, and then they get the third part of Octopath, which would be an
Octopath
Octopath
Traveler 3
trilogy. It's of some sort. Game Pass coming to.
There's
Switch.
a dream. I
I
love,
love
it.
that pick.
Love it. Please, of all the dreams, make that one true, please.
Right. That's their one big thing.
I'm already a Game Pass Ultimate sub. If I
Yeah.
could just play it on Switch 2, let's go.
Again, Microsoft seems to be trying to buddy, so you never know. Double Dragon Revive and Kirby Air Raiders. I think will get shown. And then the one I skipped over, the one I want the most, is Snowbird Kids 1 and 2 on NSO. I had that one in the middle, and it is because I wanted it the most, but then I thought of Just Dance. I'm like, no, that's a free space, basically. So,
All right. Not bad, Eric. I like the boldness of your list.
I do too.
Your list is like Hype City.
yeah.
If this is the direct tomorrow, a lot of people are going to be very happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a fun
Holy-
list.
That's a fun list.
And if you guys see
A
me at
mind
PAX West, I'm
blower.
probably going to be towed.
We'll see. Gamebird, I think you're up next, buddy.
Right. Let me.
I was just going bottom to top. That's that's just how it worked out.
Perfect. All right. Let me go ahead and share. 1 sec.
Wait, someone said
Sure.
Plucky Squire DLC was already announced. Is that true?
I don't know.
It was. I had absolutely no clue.
No, I know you didn't, because I'll tell you what, if there was, I had no clue, and I reviewed the game and I loved it. So now I'm like, really?
All right. So for my list, I've got a Final Fantasy VII remake release date. It's
Hell
time,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. We got to get that release date. Dust Bloods. This one's a big maybe, but I feel like we're gonna get a trailer on it. Oblivion. It just makes too much sense. Who doesn't
Bring
want to play Oblivion at home or on the go? I know I do. Ace Attorney. You know, this is a classic Capcom series. I think it's time we get a new entry in this one. I think it makes sense. Assassin's Creed. I actually think it's possible we'll see more than one Assassin's Creed game. Shadows makes a lot of sense, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see Mirage or
collection,
even a collection. Yeah, like Odyssey, and Jesus, not
Origins?
Ragnarok. Origins,
Valhalla?
Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upgraded
Silk
collection.
Song. Listen, I've been expecting the release date for Silk Song in a Nintendo Direct since the beginning. I just feel like these make the most sense. Indies perform the best on the Switch, and I think that trend will continue with the Switch too. I just think this makes a lot of sense. We know this game's coming this year, unless there's some unforeseen delay, and Microsoft looks stupid after saying it would be available day one on their new handheld. Hades 2 release date for Switch 2. Iconic with a Switch. Hi-Fi Rush. This is one of those Microsoft games that I just think makes too much sense not to be on the Nintendo Switch. This is one that was rumored a long time ago to be coming to the Switch. Obviously, this studio got disbanded and then got bought. I think the time is now. Deca Police release date. This is one that's been announced a while ago for the Switch 1. We know that they're going to be covering both Switch 1 and Switch 2 games at this partner showcase. And this game's been delayed a couple times. I think the time is right now. It's supposed to be a 2026 game. This could fit into one of the few or many 2026 games we'll see tomorrow. Metaphor, one of the best JRPGs in recent years. This is a game of the year game, and I think RPGs are best suited for the Switch platform. I think they do really well on that platform, and it just makes sense to get Metaphor over there as soon as possible. Professor Layton, this is one we already know about. We've been waiting for updates on it, news. This is one I'm like 50-50 on, but I'm confident enough to put it on my list. A new Platinum game. This is where I get a little wild. We haven't seen anything from Platinum for a while. We had Bayo 3, we had Bayonetta Origins, and then like the last big thing from them on Switch was Astral Chain, which was a long time ago. So I don't know if the new game is going to be a Switch 2 version of Bayonetta, Bayonetta 3, which makes a lot of sense. Or they have a new IP or an Astral Chain 2. But a new Platinum game. Hyrule Warriors is kind of my safety. I think this is one that we already got a nice little trailer for. We know it's coming this winter. So this makes the most sense to get that release date trailer and show off a little bit more gameplay. Persona 4. Just recently released at an Xbox or announced at an Xbox showcase. Perfect fit for Switch. I don't really need to say much more. This is going to be killer. It's my favorite Persona game of all time. So this is one that I'm really looking forward to replaying. And I put classic Sega reboots. And what I mean about that is Sega has recently shown off in some of the recent presentations that they're rebooting a lot of their iconic games like Crazy Taxi, Jet Grind Radio. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all of them.
Shinobi.
Oh my gosh. Shinobi. Thank you so much.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. What's the Golden Axe was another one.
Yep,
but a bunch
Those were
of
five
their,
that they
like
showed.
classic iconic games. Yeah. This seems like a great opportunity. Like show it off now in the Switch 2 partner showcase. It's new hardware. A lot of people are excited. There's going to be a lot of eyes on this direct tomorrow. So I think this is a good opportunity. This one I feel like is a little bit of a gamble. I put Diablo 4. Not that I don't think it's coming, because I do think it's coming eventually. It just might be a little soon for this one. Obviously this is an online game. Feel like those need a little bit more time to cook. So we'll see. Call of Duty, for the same reason that everyone else mentioned. They're under contract to get it out day and date, supposedly, or within the same year. Persona 3, same reason as Persona 4, same reason as Metaphor. These games, like, why is Persona 3 Reload not been announced yet? It's only a matter of time. Sea of Thieves, one of the biggest, or the big Rare game. Bring Rare back to Nintendo. I think this one makes a lot of sense. I think it's about time. A new HD 2D game, whether that's Octopath 3 or Triangle Strategy 2, I don't know. My hope is that it's Triangle Strategy 2. I love that game. I think it's one of the best modern tactics games, period. Fantastic storytelling. I hope it's Triangle Strategy 2. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. We don't have a locked release date for that one yet. That game's already been shown off in a Nintendo presentation. This is one I'm really excited about. This is from the same team that made TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which is, in my opinion, the best modern retro style side scroller beat 'em up. That was a mouthful, but I think it's the best. Let's see what they do with the Marvel characters. Really excited. Next one is Romeo is a Dead Man, the new Suda 51 game that we saw on the PlayStation show. You guys all know before we knew what Suda's next game was, I was predicting that we'd have it released at the Game Awards for the Switch 2. That didn't happen. Now's my time to be vindicated. Let's see this get announced for Switch 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, the big MGS remake. We've gotten a lot of Metal Gear on Nintendo in the past. I think this is one that Konami is going to want to have on as many platforms as possible. And I just think it makes sense. So, Snake and Switch, we had what was it? We have obviously the OG Metal Gears, but also Twin Snakes, iconic. Solid Snake in the Smash Brothers games. I think they're going to want to get this on Switch too.
More iconic than the gummy worms, right?
Yes.
The Twin Snake gummy worms.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Although some might debate that. Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3. This is one that I believe was rumored a while ago. I feel like Nate the Hate, I could be wrong, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like before Switch 2 was revealed, Nate the Hate mentioned he heard something about this. But this is another one where it's like we've had a lot of support on Switch already from Larian. I know this one is going to be a more challenging project to bring over. We know there were some challenges bringing it over to Series S, but I truly believe that this is coming, and I feel like this is one that, like, by any means necessary, they're gonna get on Switch too. And then lastly, one of my safest ones, like Final Fantasy VII Remake release date and Elden Ring release date. This is one of the biggest games of the last decade. We already know it's coming. Now it's just when can we play it? That's my list.
There you go. Thick ass list. That gets us to Thunderstash. Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Real quick. Or actually, no, you can start your list. I got to run to the restroom really quick. But I get excited when Stash goes because his lists are always so detailed. But
dude, I can't wait.
I'll jump back in.
You go bathroom. We can
talk about snacks for a minute. Yeah, talk about some snacks. Yeah, talk about snacks for a moment. I'll be right back. I'll be quick.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess are you guys bringing snacks?
Oh, to PAX? No.
Snack packs.
Dude, my stuff is so jam packed full. When I go on these trips, there's not even room to put anything else in.
Yeah, it looks like there are a few. I know what we did at PAX East is I just went down to CVS and bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we just bought snacks when we were there from a local spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a place nearby.
Yeah, there is. I looked up. There's some grocery stores within walking distance with PAX West. So
not really surprising. We're kind of downtown, so not too hard to find stuff. Setting the snacks aside, what are you guys disappointed that this is a third-party direct and not a general? Is there like an era disappointment?
Yeah.
Landon, go ahead, go off, buddy, pop off.
A little bit. I mean, I felt like this was like that opportunity to have like one of those rare directs where, like, I think, of course, not everybody's going to like a Nintendo Direct. There's going to be people that just don't like everything. But it's like one of those ones I feel like they had in the bag as like a really like an A-tier Direct. I mean, you have already like 4 games slated. I mean, that just getting new information on all those games, giving release dates was enough to, I feel like, really just get everybody satisfied. Give us like a teaser or 2 for a big game next year. Tons of third-party games could have been shown off there as well. I just feel like you could have like covered a lot of ground with that.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you're representing the sentiment of a lot of people today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem like they're disappointed. A lot of people are just not. I don't know. I mean, look, Nintendo fans obviously want first-party stuff, but
I want to see Metroid. Like, oh my gosh.
Kirby Air Riders actually seeing the game itself would be nice.
Some stuff from Nintendo, we have absolutely no clue about anything for third-party games, really. So
yeah, well, when you think about it, like even like Elden Ring, we saw like a little tiny snippet. Like we barely seen anything for these third-party games.
Yeah.
Like even think about like Star Wars Outlaws announced. Can we get more than like the 10 seconds of footage that exists out on the internet? Be nice. Oh, Madden's coming out next month. I still haven't seen this thing run on Switch 2 anywhere. I'm just taking people's impressions that they went hands on 2 months ago, but they weren't allowed to record footage. So I'm like, Well, why is this so secretive?
Mhm.
What is going on? Like, why can't we see any of these third-party Switch 2 games? Oh, Borderlands 4, you gave us a release date. Cool. Can you also like show us the game running on Switch 2? That'd be nice. like nobody cares until we see when the game's running, so we know if we want to buy it. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, all right. Enough of the bitch. I knew Landon had to get that off his chest a little. That's why I brought that one up.
Had some fire in me.
Had some fire in him. All right. Matt, what do you got for us, man? The crazy list.
All right. Let me get this screen up. Here we go.
What we're saying is this is the direct.
Dude,
Yeah.
how funny would it be if
Yeah.
Dash
Just
made
those
like 4
two
bingo
games.
cards?
You guys like that Zoom level?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are these honorable mentions that are just off?
No, you check the private chat.
Oh, I didn't look at the private chat.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Now, I'll let everyone know right now. I said, look,
Okay. I see it. Okay.
I made 30 picks instead of the traditional 25. So we're going to have to go based on a percentage, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Of picks. So it is what it is. All right. First up, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. If EA wants to get in the game, this is a great way to do it.
Mhm.
This game did not sell nearly as good as it should have on PS4. It was actually made with the PS4 Pro in mind, because I think it ran might have been 4K checkerboard, but HDR was at it and improved frame rate, all that good stuff. Had all the DLC. Excellent candidate for Switch 2. Next up is Monster Hunter World. Now, look, there's some stories out there, right, that Capcom really wanted to get this game running on Switch 1 and they couldn't. And that's how Rise was born. Okay. So now that we're here with Switch 2, now look, I played in the beta for Monster Hunter Wilds and I thought my PS5 was going to explode. Okay. It's very taxing on the PS5. I think Monster Hunter World would be a great title. It's got the Iceborne expansion as well. So maybe bring over the complete edition. But like Capcom, if you want to make money right now, well, maybe you're developing a Monster Hunter, like a new Monster Hunter game for Switch that's exclusive to Nintendo, like you did with Rise, of course, until you later brought it to the other consoles. But I just don't know if I see Wilds coming over to Switch 2 based on its performance on PS5 and just the overall reception as well. The game, I think, has kind of died off quite a bit. I think World would be a great option to get something there now and feed all the Monster Hunter players. All right, next up, we got Yuka Replay. And look, I love platformers. So, of course, this was on my list. I'm going to forget about Yuka Replay. I actually helped kickstart the first game. So I'm a big fan of this. And naturally, when this comes out, I'll be picking it up day one. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to get a game code for it. But again, like rare platformers, this is where it's at, right here. All right. Tekken 8. I think Tekken was ready for launch, and strategically, it made sense to let Street Fighter be there and come out later and give Street Fighter some breathing room to actually sell. So I think now is Tekken's time to actually be shown. And again, Oblivion. A lot of us have Oblivion on the list, which is great. It just makes sense, right? It should be a simple port, easy money, and this would be such a fun game to play on the go. Moving down the list.
Hell yes.
Mina the Hollower. Now, the announcement did say there was going to be Switch 1 and 2 games. So I do think Mina the Hollower will be there. Mina's coming out on October 31st, Halloween. And I'm super excited for this game. I'm not even going to go into it about how excited I am, but it's a game I've been looking forward to a very long time. Star Wars Outlaws. This comes out September 4th. You can pre-order at Best Buy. A lot of people are wondering when this game's coming out, but the release date's been out there for months, and it's coming out soon. And again, the gameplay footage they showed in the Direct was terrible. Like the grainiest footage ever. It's like 144p. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, they need to show this game because we have no idea what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Borderlands 4. Of course, there's been quite a deal made out of Borderlands, so I expect Borderlands 4. Yeah, that's it. We know we're gonna get something there. I'm sticking to my guns with Red Dead Redemption 2. Look, I've been talking about Red Dead for a long time. It's this time last year. Now, of course, look, hey, this might not get announced here, right? Because again, we all know other people have talked about it too. Rockstar likes to do their own thing, and I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's true. And the odds are probably greater that they'll do their own thing to show this. But this is a fun pick, and I'd like to see it happen at the Direct. So either way, I think we're getting it very soon here. Death Stranding.
That's a good pick. I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
that's a good pick.
Yeah. Releasing this on Switch 1, or not on Switch 1, Switch 2, I think would actually just help the sales as well for Death Stranding 2, just by having your name constantly out there in social media and in video game circles, like people talking about the game. It'll get more people to play part 2, right? And I think part 2 will eventually come to Switch 2. So this is the timing of it, I think, would be really good because it just helps to keep Death Stranding's name in media. Moving down the list, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition release date. And I am going to continue to stick with what I've been saying here, and that I do think we're going to get something Legend of Zelda themed within the game that doesn't mess with the lore. So I'm talking about maybe some armor, maybe some weapons, stuff like that. Nothing huge, but like what we saw with Skyrim. It's too easy. It makes sense. And it will actually most likely improve the sales of the game on Switch 2. People will literally pick it up for that. Sea of Thieves. Again, it's been talked about. And this is something that I've been thinking was going to be coming to Switch 2 for a long time, especially with the figgies. Like ever since I first talked with the owner of Figgies with that whole deal, when he was talking to me and showing me like the PDFs with all the different IP, and I saw Sea of Thieves, and I'm like, Sea of Thieves, huh? It's as if like they're planning to be coming to other consoles. And of course, they came to PS5 since then, and naturally, I think they're coming to Switch too. I think that's part of why you're seeing IP like that get collectibles, because they're planning to be other places. Fallout 4 for Switch 2. Couple things real quick. With Fallout 4, they improved the performance on PS5 for it. You can play it in 4K, runs at 60 FPS, it looks amazing, feels great. I think we could get similar updates for Switch 2. This is a game that they wanted to bring to Switch 1, but could not, was not powerful enough. So again, here's the opportunity. But there's another piece to this, in that Season 2 is coming out in December. And when they did the PS5 upgrade for Fallout 4, it coincided with the release of the show. So this just makes total sense. to bring Fallout 4 to Switch 2 to coincide with the show. That'll help improve sales. Final Fantasy Tactics coming out September 30th. I have it pre-ordered. They're going to show this. That's a guarantee. Hades 2. I played this at the Switch 2 experience. I expect a release date. I expect it to be soon. Again, this is an indie title, but I still expect it to be there. Assassin's Creed Shadows, same thing. We all know it's been Peggy rated. It's coming. I think Mirage as well, but I think we'll get Shadows first. Silk Song, same thing, release date. Final Fantasy, again, release date. And yes, I do think we're going to see, we're going to get news on 2 Final Fantasy titles at the Direct tomorrow. And that would be with Final Fantasy VII and Tactics. And Tactics might just be a sizzle reel thing, but it'll be there. The Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition.
Hell yeah. I want
that.
that.
I think it's coming. I made a point to buy this digitally. So when they do announce the Switch 2 edition, I can upgrade for hopefully $10. Bought the game for $10 as well, the complete edition. Total steal. But that's something that I expect to see on Switch 2. And it could be here. It might be too soon, but it might not be. It might be ready. And of course, I have Marvel Cosmic Invasion because just as you said, Gamebird, I've been following this game since we first saw it. I'm a huge fan of TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. I'm just a huge fan of the Turtles in general. And I do think this is the best. That Shredder's Revenge is the best beat 'em up. There's other games that, come close. Some of the other Turtles, Streets of Rage 4 was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, so I have high hopes for Cosmic Invasion, and I love that they have hit points in this game. I'm very curious to see how they're going to work that into a beat 'em up and what it's going to entail, right? Oof, almost accidentally gave away the list there. All right. Indiana Jones. Now look, hey, I said this in my review.
Love it.
I've said it a million times, guys. I literally said it in my review. I expect this to come to Switch 2. It's a very expensive license. They did not sell a lot of copies. I don't know how they quantify it with Game Pass, but point is that it needs to make money. It needs to at least make what it spent on the actual license and the development of this game. It's done well on PS5. The Giants DLC is coming out here in the fall. And I think this would be an absolutely great title. Nate, you played this as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Freaking love this game.
Dude, it's almost like you're playing a new movie that's better than the recent movies.
Yeah, it is. And that's what I even said I legit said the same thing in my review that the story and the scripting is so good that I would say it's possibly like top 3 for me for Indiana Jones actual scripts, like with, I'd say Raiders, Last Crusade, and then The Great Circle, and then Temple of Doom, and then the other ones.
So it's better than most Indiana Jones movies, which is,
the recent ones.
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. Like I really think they're giving Disney a run for the money. Like legit. It's crazy to say, but it is better than the last 2 movies for sure. Again, the game right next to it, Metaphor ReFantazio, again, reviewed this one on my channel. I said the same thing. I expect it to come to Switch 2. And I think I said that last year on both of these. And I think it will come true. Will it be here? Well, we'll find out soon. Doom of the Dark Ages again, every single Doom is on Switch, except for the Dark Ages. But every Doom in the history of Doom is on Nintendo. And there's a long history. Of course, we're getting the new Super Nintendo version of Doom. I have that pre-ordered from Limited Run. Super excited for that. Resident Evil 4. Now,
this was almost on my card.
yeah, because like here's the thing, right? Here's the question we got to ask. And I think we all have to ask this seriously is where is Capcom going to start? Because we know they're obviously bringing over Resident Evil, but where are they going to start, right? They're going to give us the Resident Evil 2 remake first? Do they give us the most recent one in the mainline series? Or do they give us the most recent remake, which is 4? I chose 4 because of the history with Resident Evil 4, with the GameCube, being the GameCube exclusive. So kind of for nostalgic reasons, but also there's history there. There's reason to choose this one.
Can I ask you a question on this one, Stash? Because I think this is a great pick. This was almost on my bingo card. I agree with you. I think we start with 4. The history's there. Not only did this game start as a GameCube exclusive, but the Wii got a special version of the game with the motion controls.
Yeah.
That being said, do you think they released this one with pointer controls as like a throwback to the Wii version with the pointer controls?
Like mouse Joy-Con controls?
Sorry, mouse controls. Yeah, mouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or pointer.
I do. Yep.
Yeah. That's really cool.
I think a lot of these games are going to have that option. Like I think Doom right next to it will too.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. RE4 just, it feels right, man. So looking forward to that. Persona 3 Reload. I think we've all kind of got Persona on our list, or most of us do. And so this is where I'm starting, Persona 3 Reload. Now to the final line here. Baldur's Gate. Again, some of these picks are carryovers as well from the last time we did the bingo. Because again, just because they weren't announced last time doesn't mean I don't expect them to come. So I do expect that. Look, I know it is a very risky pick to put the Master Chief Collection on here. But again, we were talking before the show, and I just think that this says something. It sends a signal, right? It's monumental. I look back at the GameCube when Sonic first, left Dreamcast, left the console behind and moved over to Nintendo. And it was such a huge moment in gaming history. And Halo's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big, right? It's still significant. And this coming over to a Nintendo console, I think would be just a massive deal. And like, if you really want to catch the headlines for your first Switch to partner Nintendo Direct, that's a great way to do it. Everybody will be talking about it. You can play Halo on Switch 2 now in handheld. This is crazy. Again, I've been saying this a long time. Some people say it can't run on Switch 2. They've been saying that for a long time as well. I think they'll be able to get it to run on Switch 2. I expect Snake Eater. Here's a game that really underperformed. Now, look, I got 2 games on my list that kind of conflict with each other, and that's Starfield and Fallout 4, right? The odds of getting both, very slim. The odds of getting both at some point in time, I think very high. So are we going to get them both tomorrow? I don't think so. I think maybe we get one of them, but both probably not. Here, it's tough, though, because you look at Fallout and they got that season 2 coming out. And from what I've gathered, upgrading the PS5 version and creating a PS5 SKU essentially for Fallout 4 did really well for them. You could do the same thing right now, except this is the first time you're introducing it to Nintendo owners. So it should do actually a lot better, and it's in handheld, which is really cool. Starfield, on the other hand, just massively underperformed, right? So that there's reason to get this one out the door as well. Again, only time will tell. And there's my last pick, Diablo 4. Obviously, it's going to have mouse Joy-Con. And, that would be a pretty damn big showing from Microsoft in a great way to make a huge splash on Nintendo's console. There you go.
D4 would be so epic on Switch 2. I've said this before on the cast. I played the majority of Diablo 3 on my Switch. Not as fast, not as pretty as on PC, but man, was it so fun to play. And I have a good buddy who had it on Switch as well. So just chilling on the couch and just chatting and grinding for loot and doing little like dungeon runs and stuff like that was the best.
Yeah, I have it. I have Diablo. I have Baldur's Gate, the Baldur's Gate collection on Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, these are such great games to like play handheld, but this literally takes it to the next level now and giving you that mouse Joy-Con control too.
Yep.
So hopefully we see it.
Good card.
Thank you. Nate Dogg.
Hell yeah.
All right. My turn. Let's go ahead and have some fun. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you guys are prepared for what's going on. Why is it? Who featured that?
You?
I didn't click on anything.
Oh.
I literally didn't click a damn thing. Okay. It doesn't matter. This is literally the Direct. I'm so sorry to spoil it for you folks. If you don't want spoilers, you need to click off right now. Okay? I'm telling you, 500 plus watching. I'm about to spoil the Direct. Get ready for it. Here we go. Look, the new Call of Duty. It's coming. Period. Done deal. Don't even need to worry about it. We'll come back to the one next to Call of Duty because that's a fun one. I got some good reasons for it. We're going to come back to that one, though.
Don't F with me, Prime. Don't. I've put Fox on every card except for this one so far. You've done.
So Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. Look, still coming supposedly. And look, the original was on GameCube. I think it's time to impress people. I think it's time to show something. Ubisoft's got to show a lot of things right now. They need all the hype they can get. So why not build off the hype of Nintendo Switch 2 by re-revealing the Prince of Persia remake? Since last time they showed it, it was done so bad they actually rebooted it. Madden 26. Look, other people throw it in here as a throwaway game for the sizzle reel. We haven't seen this game on Switch 2 yet. We just know it's coming, and it releases next month. We literally have zero Madden 26 Switch 2 footage on the internet. There's nothing.
It releases in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't even seen it. So they got to show it. It's time. And I'm actually excited for it. And I hope they confirm that it's got full cross-platform play, or it's going to really piss me off because that means I'm not buying the Switch 2 version then. Because I won't be able to play in my Madden League if it doesn't have cross-platform play. And right now in their FAQ, it is not listed as one of the platforms with cross-platform play. I'm hoping EA just got lazy and copy-pasted Madden 25 to Madden 26 for the FAQ. So that's what I'm hoping happened. Well, I don't know. So,
dude, if there's not cross-play, that would be maddening.
Dude.
There it is.
Look, Dust Buds. Look, they don't have to show Dust Buds, right? It's not coming out till next year. They could wait. But they know people are hyped for it. And then also people got a little de-hyped for a moment, right? There's a de-hype moment when they realize, oh, it's not a big single-player RPG like we love from Software. It's this multiplayer thing. Oh, but they didn't show any multiplayer. All they ever showed was single-player doing stuff. So I think they know they need a long hype cycle for this to really get people to buy into From Software is doing it again. So I think we're going to see something impressive from Dustbloods.
I hope so.
The Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition.
Oh, nice.
Look, I think Witcher 4 is going to come as well, but I think first they're going to want to get a Switch 2 edition of Witcher 3 out. They just recently did a big anniversary thing as well for Witcher 3. This would be a nice kind of capper to it, to just, finally, because look, Witcher 3 already runs better on Switch 2, obviously, than it does on Switch 1, but they can make it look better too. And that's what the Switch 2 edition would be all about, bringing it up to date, modernize it before we get to Witcher 4 next year. I think there'll be an announcement for that next year. Persona 4 Revival. Look, this game should have been announced for Switch 2 already, but they're holding back. They're holding back for this direct.
Did
Best
we all
Persona.
pick different personas?
I think so.
I picked Persona 4.
I just put Persona.
I
It's like
put
hung on
three
one.
reload.
Yeah, I did 3 and 4. I think 1 or both will be there. I'm really hoping that 4 gets announced. It's one of the best RPGs I've played. It's different. It's a more self-contained story, more personal, which I like, and it's about a serial killer. Come on, guys, it's a cool premise for a JRPG.
You literally just explained exactly why it's on my list. So there we go. It's there.
Nice.
It's happening.
You guys are on the same page.
The Grounded 2. Look, guys, Grounded 1, Grounded 2 is already going multi-plat. It's going to be there. I don't even know why we're even having this conversation. This is basically, in my mind, already announced. But again, they're waiting for the direct. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. This is just a freebie. We just need a release date. It's a freebie. Could have been in the free space, but the one in the free space is also kind of a freebie. Grand Theft Auto 6. It's happening. Not beating around the fucking bush. It's on Xbox Series S. We're going to get the second trailer, and it's going to make this thing the greatest third-party direct of all time. Just let this sink in for a moment. The number one most viewed trailer of all time is basically the reveal trailer of GTA 6, and they have not seen the game since. What would make people drive the hype back up? Oh shit, it's also coming to Nintendo. Day and date.
Yeah.
I'm all in, baby. Hey, we had a developer recently came out and said, hey, if it's on Xbox Series S, they could put it on Switch too. It might be rough. It might be tough to do with certain games that run at 30 FPS, which just would be probably one of those games on Xbox Series S, but can be done. Can be done. Blow people's minds. Trailer 2, exclusive to a Nintendo event. What? Well, how did that happen? Don't worry, guys. Trailer 2 will obviously have literally the same time the event happens. Trailer 2 will drop for all the other platforms as well. All right, Sea of Thieves. Like, oh, banana. Do we need any more explanation than that? Come on. They literally did it on social media after DK Bonanza was getting all the hype. They know what's up. They know what they're teasing. Mortal Kombat 12.
You're off your rocker on this one.
Nah, big reveal. Look, Switch literally got all the Mortal Kombats, right? All the new ones that came out. And some of the classics. This is 12. It's gonna
You think
happen.
they'd announce it, even though they're doing like their promotional tour right now for the Legacy Collection?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You think they'd like work together
Yes, there's going to be some sort of crossover with it.
and help sales probably?
Listen,
Yeah.
I am a hardcore Mortal Kombat fan. You guys see my cabinet in the back. I love Mortal Kombat. I've been playing it since the arcades and the SNES. But NetherRealm Studios, they do switch, not to run on your prey, because I will lose. I'll be so stoked if we get this. I hope you're right. But I know they have jumped back and forth between Mortal Kombat and the Injustice games.
Yep.
So
Injustice
this could
3
be this could be an Injustice announcement, but I like the way you think, man. Fingers crossed. I
almost put Injustice 3 here instead, but I was like, you know what? No, because the last Mortal Kombat when they put up Mortal Kombat 1, not the Legacy Collection, but 1, didn't do as hot for them as they thought, and I think they want to kind of rush to get to 12, and really make that a big deal, and then have some crossover stuff with the Legacy and the tour and everything going on. I think it's a good time to kind of rebuild Mortal Kombat while we got the movie and all that stuff coming. So,
Yep.
Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Look, we need to see just a little bit more footage. We don't really see a lot. They can do their own, like a deeper dive trailer or an overview trailer, but we got to get the release date. It's got to happen. It's also coming to other platforms as well. So like we need to have We need a release date. Look, SpongeBob. I think it was it Landon who had SpongeBob in there as well?
Same image.
Yeah, the same image, yeah.
Dude, I love you guys both have like the most deranged photo of SpongeBob ever. It's like it's so weird looking.
It's the first one that popped up for me. So
yeah, it was like the fourth one that popped up to me, and I'm like, dude, he looks fucked up. That's my image. There's like a name for it, or like a rumored name, like Titan something. I don't know. But either way, that's the one that we're going to see is that new one. I feel the reason I put this one in there is, look, a lot of these third-party games are very hardcore, and they're going to need some change of pace games. This is going to be one of those change of pace games. Try to hit on the younger audience, even though we all know it's a bunch of 30-year-olds buying SpongeBob games. It is what it is. Red Dead Redemption 2. Long rumored. It's happening. Fine, we're getting it. No, I mean, it's not. This shouldn't be like surprising to anyone, guys. It's on PS4. Come on. Time. All right. Final Fantasy 14 Online. Nobody brought this one up. Final Fantasy 14 Online is on everything except Nintendo. It's a huge MMORPG. It's one of the biggest in the world. It's coming over. Silk Song is just obvious to me. Silk Song's a gimme. I always put that in the free space. That's how much I think this is a gimme. Look, it's coming out before winter because they said it is. The PR guy said it is. They have a demo at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to probably be news about it at Gamescom as well because it's also going to be on Game Pass and stuff. But I think here they're going to show it. I'm not 100% sure they're going to give a release date here. They could wait for Gamescom when it's going to be demoed with Xbox. But I think the reason it's going to be demoed with Xbox is Xbox is going to have the handheld on hand at Gamescom for people to play. And so Silk Song's going to be on the handheld. And that's why it's demoed there. But I think here is where they re-show we didn't forget the audience that started it for us. And they do some sort of new big trailer or something, hopefully with a release date in the Nintendo Direct. Remember, that'll be the second ever demo for Silk Song because the first one was E3 2019 on Switch. Just throwing out there. It's time to remind Nintendo fans that, hey, you are the ones that helped make our game popular. We're going to give you the nugget. We're going to give you the release date. All right. Professor Layton, New World of Steam. I mean, look, I was trying to find a way to get some Switch 1 stuff in here because I think this is just going to be a Switch 1 game that happens to play on Switch 2, obviously through backwards compatibility. But we just haven't heard any news on it in a long time. And it's an already confirmed third-party game, and it's one that a lot of people associate with Nintendo.
So I didn't even know this was coming to Switch.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Steam exclusive.
Yeah. Years ago. So I'm really happy. I think, again, it's another one of those change of pace games to kind of throw in there to mix it up with the AAAs. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of indie games because of what I said earlier in the podcast. Just that most of them don't have Switch 2s. And while they could throw a lot of Switch 1 indie games in here, I feel like that would just be an indie world. And they'll just save it for something like that later. Look, NBA 2K26, you could say this is like a free W to take, but we need to see this thing running on Switch 2. And I legitimately like sports games. At least that and Madden. When I say like, I use that word a little loosely. More like forced to play because there's no other option for those leagues. Because I'm big fans of NFL and NBA. So as someone who likes to play simulation basketball, I also want to play arcade. We all know what series needs to come back. We might be talking about that a bit later. But yeah, no, we like 2K26 needs no introduction. I just need to see a little bit of gameplay and confirm 60 FPS, and I'll be happy there. I'm not going to be as bold. I would like cross-platform play, but I'm not in any leagues for NBA 2K, so I'm not as like, hey, I need cross-platform play, but it would be nice.
Dude, I'm going to go dominate.
You're gonna be the number one ranked player on there.
No, I'm gonna dominate on the Switch because I'm PlayStation battle tested.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna
taking my talents to Nintendo Switch.
You scrubs, and you're just gonna dominate.
It's gonna be fun.
That's what's gonna happen in Madden 26. If it's not cross-platform and I go online, dude, I'm gonna destroy people.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad. It's going to be really bad. I'm going to be number one ranked for like a month until I decide to, okay, now I got to go play my league and actually play it on Xbox or something.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Anyways, it might be the one time that I can feel like I'm still got gaming skills. Assassin's Creed Shadows look, it leaked, and Ubisoft needs as many sales as they can get for pretty much anything. And Shadows was their big game this year. They say it performed, I think, at expectations. Well, they would love to be above expectations, and you do that with Switch 2. So we'll see. Obviously, Switch 2 is a smaller install base, so I'm sure there's expectations are in check for the sales here, but they would love for it to become, maybe a hyped game. I don't know if it will. But
you know what they should do?
Yeah.
What a perfect game to shadow drop. Literally, obviously it's a play on word, but shadow drop Assassin's Creed Shadows. For real, that's how you get the name out there, man. That's how you get people excited.
That would be hilarious if suddenly a Shadows drops tomorrow. We're like, huh. I don't know. I don't have any of these as being shadow drops, but that would be cool. That would be neat. That would be neat. Especially because we're just kind of waiting for something to play right now after Bonanza. If you beat it, I'm still playing Bonanza, but okay. Next up, Dragon Quest 12.
I knew you'd have it,
dude. We've 1+2 HD. Yeah, that'll probably be here, of course. But
that's basically 12.
Yeah, that's how I was kind of figuring. It's basically 12, but it's not. So you show off 1+2 HD and then you end it showing Dragon Quest 12. You know how nuts everyone in Japan would be going? Because it's the number one market for the game is Japan. And the number one platform in Japan is Nintendo. Now, it's not coming this year. It'll be 2026 or 2027, whatever date they put on the end of the trailer. But it makes a lot of sense to keep driving with the hype of a new system launch with your biggest growth market in Japan, dropping that Dragon Quest 12. People think it's insane. One, the game's already been announced, so it's not a new announcement. We just haven't seen it. And two, Dragon Quest 11 came out almost a decade ago. I think people forget how long this game's probably been cooking. That was literally a decade ago. It was before the Switch came out. It's insane. So this game's been cooking for a while. And there's a lot of high expectations because 11 set the bar really, really high. 11S with Switch and everything brought it even higher. So,
what about Dragon Quest 13?
Yeah,
we could go there if you want. But I'm gonna stick with 12.
What about 7 remake?
Sure.
That's what's being talked about. That's the word. That's the word on the street.
The word on the street is that's coming out next year. Yeah, that's going to be next year.
Yeah,
and
on the street.
Yeah, I feel like you do the 1 and 2 remake, new entry, 7 remake, right?
Yeah, that's what I would do. 1+2 this year, 12 next year, remake, 7 remake in 2027. But it could be that this game's not going to be ready till 2027. So then they feel like we want to get another DQ game out next year. But we'll see. I think 12 gets shown. I think we're seeing Dragon Quest regardless. I could have just made it easy and just said anything Dragon Quest, but specifically 12 because I don't know anyone. This is just power of manifestation.
Is anyone on the panel a big Dragon Quest fan? Out of curiosity.
Oh hell yeah!
I've never played the series. I've always been a Final Fantasy guy. I've always wanted to jump in. Do you have a reco real quick before Prime finishes? Because I'll forget.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest reco.
Get 3. Play 3.
3.
The 3 HD, and then get 1 and 2 that's coming out October 30th. I have it pre-ordered. Get those, start there, and then see how you feel. I think you're gonna love it. But bro, I don't know if there is a game I wouldn't recommend in the series. Nate,
sure.
Have you played them?
I've never played, but I own 3, and it's on my backlog to get to once I'm done with Yakuza 0.
Does anyone else? Landon?
Nope.
I played
No.
I have a very brief memory of playing a little bit on the Game Boy Color. I think it was a Dragon Quest game way back in the day. But I vaguely it wasn't a copy that I owned. It was a buddy's who was like, "Oh, you like RPGs? Try this one out."
Killer soundtrack too. You'd love it.
Sure.
Right there with the best.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Look, I think this is another one that is originally in my free space. It's pretty obvious. Like this is going to be shown. Nintendo's going to want a couple of their like IPs to be in here, and this is one that the reason that it shows up. Like if you look at the way Nintendo does partner showcases, and this is why I didn't put Kirby in, is it's their publishing partners. They always know publishing partners. It's notable that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in Japan was published by Koei Tecmo. So if Nintendo's the only person publishing the game, which is what it's going to be the case with Kirby Air Riders, then the games pretty much never appear in third-party directs. I think Koei Tecmo is still going to be publishing Age of Imprisonment in Japan with Nintendo everywhere else, and that's why it's going to end up being in here. Nintendo could do whatever they want, though, because it's their event, but I think that's why that they might even kick off the show with this one because it's not really a surprising game, but it's one that'll get people really excited. Oh, we're seeing Zelda right away in a third-party direct. This is cool. Because there's a lot they still have to show us about this game. Borderlands 4, mostly because we haven't seen any real gameplay of it. That's pretty much it. But we just need to see like a real trailer that's just switched to. It's the next step. We know the release date now. Obviously, we know when it's coming to everyone else. We know we're getting it about a month later, or it's like 3 weeks later, or whatever. And I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought the release date was going to be much later in the year than that. So happy that it's actually not that far removed from when everyone else is getting it. But we still need to see it. We need to see the game. So I think this is where we see it, and this is where people get excited. Oh man, the Switch 2 version actually doesn't look too bad. Holy shit! Hades 2. We don't have a release date for it, believe it or not. It was announced in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and then they had a demo of it at the Switch 2 event, and it's out on PC. Obviously, it's been out on PC. We still don't have a console release date, and if it was demoed at the Switch 2 event and it was shown in a Switch 2 Direct, clearly I think the release date's going to be in this one.
Yeah, just to add to that, in case anyone's wondering, so I retweeted this like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, but they had just released one more patch update, and they said it was like one that they weren't really going to do, but they decided to, and the next patch is the final game. So we're right there. It's very close. I expect this soon.
Yeah. So, I'm excited for it, and I could be coming through next month even. We'll see. Star Wars Outlaws. Look, Ubisoft again wants to get as much stuff promoted as they can, and Outlaws, we have technically seen it running on Switch 2. Didn't look fantastic, but it was such a small snippet, and it wasn't necessarily shown in the best way that you would like to show a game off. It's hard to really know. So, while I'm not suddenly going to expect the performance and the visuals to suddenly, oh my god, this is going to be 4K. No, but I would like to see, this is the game that Digital Foundry's even really interested in, because they don't think this is a game that can even run on Switch 2, but yet obviously it's already announced for Switch 2. It's coming. So I want to see if this holds up, because this is another one of those, whether you like the game or not, I have it on Xbox. Whether you like the game or not, I think that there are certain games that can be early benchmark games that can kind of show what a platform can do. And this might be one of those games that if it does look and run well enough, it'll give people confidence in future third-party games. So that's more so what I'm looking at this as, more so than really caring to play it that much. Plus, I'm sure Ubisoft, their creators program, they'll probably just give me a copy to test out. It's usually how Ubisoft works.
I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, as content creators, Ubisoft is very open at handing out review copies because they're trying to get any promotion they can for their games.
I'm hoping the same for Shadows.
Yeah,
because I got it for PS5, so it's
yeah, they gave it to me for Xbox, and I was like, yeah. So, I like, if you're listening to Ubisoft, I would love to have a copy of Shadows and Outlaws for Switch 2, because it is something we probably will talk about on the podcast if they happen to be impressive, or if they happen to be really bad. Like that's a conversation point as well. They're like, oh man, do we need to worry about how games run? Now, of course, guys, we're in the year one of Switch 2, so we all know like these are not going to be the best examples of games that can run on the platform, because none of these games were built with Switch 2 in mind from the beginning. Whereas games that come out a year, 2 years from now probably had Switch 2 in mind during actual development of the game. But I'm still curious. You know, Star Wars Outlaws has that potential feeling of that early impossible port game like Doom felt like back in 2017. So we'll see.
They did a ton of work on the game too, since it's released. Like so much patchwork.
You don't have to worry about you don't have to get on a speedster and fall through the world anymore.
Yeah.
That was a really bad part of the launch.
I know.
Oh man. All right. So yeah, that's it. That's the direct. I think this is everything that's in it. Whole shebang. I don't know what they want to end it with, except for a little fox guy you might see up there next to Call of Duty as the show closer, the stopper, the surprise holiday game. That's right. They put it in the third-party direct, and you didn't even see it coming. Star Fox coming back, and I mean a Star Fox game. We're not talking about a spinoff. This is the next Star Fox game. And you might be like, how does it get in there? Well, how did Endless Ocean Luminous get in there? That's a Nintendo IP. Oh, because the company that made it wasn't Nintendo. The company that's making Star Fox is not going to be Nintendo. Now, who's it going to be? It's easy to jump to Ubisoft because they did the last crossover with Star Fox, right? Starlink. Very good game. Some people thought the best parts of that game were the Star Fox sections. Take that for what you will. That was exclusive on Nintendo. But I don't know if Ubisoft's doing it. Could be that team. Could also be Platinum Games. Someone talked about Platinum Games earlier. They have a new game coming. Platinum Games has also technically worked on Star Fox. Granted, this is Star Fox nobody liked. Nobody liked. I should say nobody liked. we reel that back a bit. I don't want to say nobody likes Star Fox Zero, but
Platinum has like an A team, a B team, and then like an F team. Maybe a D team too, but they legit do. Yeah.
Miyamoto was heavily involved with Star Fox Zero, and at the time there was these reports that like Nintendo was pressuring him to prove the Wii U gamepad because it was his idea. And it's in many interviews that the Wii U gamepad was his idea, but none of their game developers really did anything with it. And they're like, you need to prove it. So like Star Fox Guard and Star Fox Zero and doing all these, you know, that robot fighting game. Like these were all like nifty ideas for a demo, but I'm not really meant for a full game like Star Fox Zero, but it is what it is. I don't think that that's a knock on Platinum. I don't even want to knock Miyamoto. I just think, you know, it's one of those, he had an idea for a console and sometimes you don't have to listen. It's okay. And I think Nintendo learned after that, hey, maybe our top brass don't always have, maybe we should actually talk to our game makers about what they want in a system instead of just like, hey, it's Miyamoto, we should do everything he says. It's like, oh no. And Miyamoto, to be fair, hasn't made a lot of games after that. I think Pikmin 4 was the last one that he had like any decent involvement with. Maybe Hey Pikmin too. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the credits on that one. And he's done he helped with Pikmin Bloom. Been very heavily Pikmin since he kind of stepped away from games. I've been noticing that's like the one IP he keeps sticking with. You wouldn't be surprised you see him in there as an executive producer on Pikmin 5 or something because he just loves Pikmin. He wants Pikmin to be as big as Splatoon, man. He wants that to be such a big IP.
What about Bandai Namco?
Yeah, that's another one that I was throwing out there as like a possibility because they got two teams. And
Ace Combat, right?
Yeah, Ace Combat. So they got experience there. They got some developers with experience with Ace Combat. And they know how to make really gorgeous looking games. And you take that and you combine that with space, where if you guys think about the history of video games, space games have always been kind of easier to make look really, really good because you're in space.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of empty space that you just have to make the backgrounds look gorgeous. So I do think that, you know, it might sound crazy, but here's my theory. Nintendo has absolutely zero internal developers that know how to make Star Fox anymore. That's the logic here. One, we haven't had it in a long time. Two, it's a good time to revive IPs. Look what they just did with DK. Why are we stopping with DK? That doesn't be the only one we revive. I mean, when was the last new DK game? Oh, Wii U. When was the last new Star Fox game? All right, Wii U. It's time. And I think that this game's been cooking for a while. It might have even started as a Switch 1 game, as every single Switch 2 exclusive game started off as a Switch 1 game. So it probably started off on Switch 1 and development switch over. So I'm not sure who did it. Like I have no idea. You can take your pick of third-party developers. I think there's 3 candidates, 2 that have experience with Star Fox a little bit, 1 directly, and then obviously Bandai Namco, who has multiple development teams working for Nintendo stuff. So that's where I come in. Obviously, I mentioned before publishing partners. It is one of those games that I think Nintendo would be the only publisher. But that's why I go back to Endless Ocean Luminous. I looked around. For some reason, that game was in a third-party direct, and yet Nintendo's the only publisher everywhere. No one else published the game. So it was a little weird that kind of broke Nintendo's rule of like, hey, as long as they're publishing in one country, this goes into a direct. So I think they just want a big showstopper. And I think if they end with Star Fox, people will stop bitching that this was a third-party direct. I think this will satisfy, especially if it gets like a release date of like November or something as the big holiday push. So there you go.
What about Prince of Persia?
What about it?
Do you really think we're gonna get the Sands of Time? Given how it looked the last time we saw it, dude.
Well, the last time we saw it, the backlash was. I talked about this at the time. The last time we saw it, the backlash was pretty bad, right?
Yeah,
it did not look good. It looked like if you played the original, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah,
they bastardized the game. This is not Prince of Persia. And so they rebooted it. No, we haven't seen it since they so-called rebooted it. Like I hated putting this box art in here because this is not what the box art's going to be in the title. Like it's because it's rebooted, but this is the last time they talked about it or showed it anyways. And it was the one that everyone hated. But yeah, I think so. I think this is a revival arc for this game. The game I wanted to put in that
I just mean still.
Yes.
With,
I think
with Ubisoft, and
yeah,
you don't think this game got possibly canceled given the financial status?
Nope, I don't think this game got canceled at all. The studio that was making it still exists, and they have nothing else announced coming from them. And on top of that, they've been going heavy with Prince of Persia lately. They've had 2 different Prince of Persia games come out that both are actually really good.
But look, that studio is gone now, right?
Yeah, and the studio for this might be gone after it comes out.
They've turned into the Sands of Time.
Nice. But no, I think this game will come out, and then if it doesn't sell well, the studio will get closed as well. It is what it is. But I wanted if you guys wanted my ultimate dream Ubisoft game, it was going to be Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Well, yeah.
But like,
I think that's where the Sands of Time is right now. I think it's hanging out with them.
The Sands of Time, look, they both still exist. I can't talk about how I know, but they both still exist.
Yeah,
still existing though doesn't mean coming out.
Right.
But
there's like a zip folder on a hard drive somewhere at Ubisoft.
No, like they're still actively being worked on, is what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't just still like they literally exist on hard. They have active development going on.
On Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Yes, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
You know this?
Yes, it has active development going on. But here's the thing.
Wow.
It having development going on doesn't mean it's ever going to see the light of day. That's the problem. Is Ubisoft has this thing where they can develop something for like 10 years, and then I've been told the thought process is they put so much fucking money into the game, they have to get this thing out. But they've Beyond Good and Evil 2's had way more turmoil, I've been told, than Prince of Persia did. Prince of Persia's turmoil was mostly, people just really hated it, so we need to reboot this and do it different.
Well, that's what happens when you ask the fans to pay to develop it for you.
Yeah,
well, it's caught in a hard place. It's between good and evil right now. Anyway,
there it is.
And there was a time that would have been my most hyped Ubisoft announcement, but based on what we saw of the game last time, I was like,
that game doesn't exist anymore. That game's been trapped.
Yeah,
that game's
thrown in the been 20 years yet?
For what?
Beyond Good and Evil 2?
From when they announced the most recent one.
Yeah, from when they announced it originally.
Oh, that first teaser that looked like a legit sequel.
That looked really good. It was all CGI. 2008.
Yeah, the one that everyone wanted.
Not yet. 3 years.
17 years.
It's turning into Kingdom Hearts,
and it's still in development.
Yeah.
No way,
They've had,
dude.
they've had turmoil with director turnovers and a whole
Okay.
bunch of.
This is why, though, Ubisoft is probably not doing good financially if you're working on a game 17 years later.
Well, guys, to be fair, it is planned to be their second quadruple A game.
They did work on that other quadruple A game, as they called it, for a very long time. Skull and Bones had a very long development. That's probably why they called it
world's first quadruple.
Just for the record, I like Ubisoft. I like Assassin's Creed. I like a lot of their games. I am rooting for them.
I don't think their management knows what they're doing.
I agree.
I mean, think about it.
They got to tone it down with all this
made by former Ubisoft employees. Why are these talented former Ubisoft employees not a team at Ubisoft making games? Like, Ubisoft management doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're too soft. Too soft on the people, man.
I don't. This is just my personal opinion that they don't know what they're doing. That said, I do think that this game realistically has a chance to get revealed. I was kind of surprised it wasn't revealed earlier this year, but Ubisoft didn't do their own thing. The Prince of Persia.
Oh, I thought you were saying Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Beyond Good and Evil 2, I put it in a prior directing, if you guys remember. That's just it was a pure hopium. It wasn't because it was actually going to ever be shown.
Yeah, that's like a Mother 3 pick.
Yeah, or a Half-Life 3.
Yeah, Earthbound 64.
Yeah,
sure.
But the thing is, I know it's still being developed. I don't know why it's still being developed. I don't know if this thing's ever going to get off the. I don't know what Ubisoft is doing. Okay, just to be very clear, I have no fucking clue why they're still putting money into development on the game, but not my problem.
Well, if Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time reboot did get a fresh start,
yeah, it was freshly
coming.
Yeah.
I hope second time's the charm, because this was actually one of my favorite GameCube games. I played the shit out of Sands of Time. It was a phenomenal game when it came out.
Is what I'm hoping here, where it's like, hey, Nintendo didn't like what was going on with the first version of the game, then Retro pitched them, and they're like, yeah, we got to go back to the team that made this, because the pitch was way better than what we see. That's what I'm kind of hoping here. Is like the backlash was there. This just had a normal reset. We rebooted it. We're going with a new direction, new art direction, new everything. And now's the time to reveal. I know it seems crazy. And no, I don't have any information that this is actually going to get revealed. I'm going to tell you right now, anything I've been told from any developers I know is not on this list.
Okay.
There's reasons for that.
Okay. Yeah, because
I know about 3 games, and I'm not putting them out publicly anywhere. So I didn't put any of that on the list. So just because I've heard stuff about Prince of Persia, it's not like anything definitive. It's not like I know anything's going to be announced anytime soon. Just it's in development and is further along, which isn't hard to be further along than Beyond Good and Evil 2. I feel so bad because I want Beyond Good and Evil 2 more than like anything on this list. But
dude, Ubisoft,
not that version of it.
Their stock price is $2.03 right now.
I know. I'm debating on buying in.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Like,
I'm debating on buying in. Waiting for the big.
I'm waiting for under $1.
I'm waiting for the big buyout.
In March, it was March 27th. I think that's when Shadows released, right?
Yeah.
AC Shadows. It was at $3.17, and it was already like I was eyeing it. I'm just like, dude,
it's been crazy.
How far is it going to go down?
Yeah, they're in
that
trouble.
Is crazy.
And the thing they're doing to try to save the company, where they're like forming this new thing where like companies can buy like percentages of IPs and stuff. Like, it's just the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard a company do to try to save themselves. It's kind of like, look, Yves, man, it's been a good run.
Yeah,
probably time to let the company go. Look, I know you maybe don't want Tencent to buy him. Tencent's the one that wants to buy him.
Oh God!
And I get that, like as a gamer, I'm like, I don't really want Tencent, but they can't do any worse than what Ubisoft is doing. That's the problem.
It's like the trying to buy buying them.
Yeah.
Oh God! Who was trying to buy Ubi for years? Was it Vivendi? Who?
Vivendi
Someone
tried a hostile takeover. Yeah.
hostile takeover like multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, and in hindsight, it's kind of like maybe that should have happened.
Dude.
Ooh.
June or no?
Sorry. They might have ran into the ground even faster. I don't know. And I've always been mine like, hey Nintendo, it might be time to make an offer. You could probably afford Ubisoft now.
Guys, July 2018, their stock was $24.
Yep.
Today it's $2. What
Think
happened?
about it.
Like
They're only worth
that's
1.2 billion euros. 1.2 billion euros is all the companies worth. Nintendo could legitimately just straight up buy them. And
I think they got to cut the crap too with like a lot of the money grubby nickel and diming microtransactions with all the like day one DLC that you have to pre-order to get all that stuff. Like that turns off so many people. There's people who flat out refuse to support the game just because it does that stuff.
Well, and there's that thing where they had a really highly critically successful, smaller game in Prince of Persia, and everyone's all excited for it. And like the next month, we close the studio. It's like, okay, that's just such bad optics. Can you not see how much of a mistake that is as you're trying to rebuild your reputation?
That was crazy to me. I reviewed the game. I absolutely loved it. And I think I even said in the review, I can't wait to see what they do next.
Two of the developers on that game helped make
famous last words.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure the developers helped make Expedition 33. So I'm like, you're literally letting go of talent. I don't know what you're doing. If you have other areas of your company, you could have been cutting fat.
I was gonna say it sounds like they don't either.
Team making good games. That's how you rebuild your reputations. Good games. But I don't think Ubisoft, things are cratered so much. I just don't think they have any money in the bank. Like if something they kind of have to fire because they just don't have the money.
I got a question for you guys. A lot of us mentioned Ubisoft on our bingo cards, Assassin's Creed, Shadows being the obvious one.
Or some sort of new
exclusive. What about the possibility of them showing their first like true reveal of Assassin's Creed Hex? Do you guys remember that one? It was teased in the same presentation that they teased Shadows.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Well, let's get over to the super chats.
Super.
Super. Tall Show comes in. You're saying everyone predict the exact percentage of titles shown in this part of the direct that will wind up being game key cards. Well, I'm gonna go just straight up 100%. I mean, look, if it's not, it's because it's digital only. But I've a personal opinion that every third-party game is a game key card unless I'm told otherwise. Anyone else have different opinion?
I think most will be game key card, but I think there will be some. There might be a few that aren't.
Okay,
I stopped caring about it.
Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Gamebird, what's the percentage? Give one. Something.
Man. I say 90% key card.
Okay. All right. Now, Stash, you had an interesting take there. You stopped caring. Care to explain?
Yeah. I just don't care.
You're a collector.
Yeah, I am. I don't have any intention of selling them though. Like I'm a real collector. I'm not like a collector investor.
Like investing. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
It plays. This is where we're at. You know what I mean? Like we've discussed this. What are we gonna do? People can complain online. They will. Some developers will listen and they'll make an effort and will be appreciated. We can count on Nintendo to go physical. There's gonna be some who don't care. You know what I mean? It's just it's an uncontrollable. I don't get upset about uncontrollables. I just don't. There's so much of uncontrollables in life. There's only a few things you can control. Focus on that. So I don't get upset about this. There's nothing I can do about it. I leave the complaining to the young people of the world. You know, you could go start a change.org and, you can go, I don't know, pick it in front of the development studio to change it to a physical card. I ain't gonna do that, man. To quote Lethal Weapon, too old for that shit.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with Game Bird. I think it's probably 85-90% going to be game key cards. I mean, also a lot of it is some of these games are absolutely massive.
That is a part of it too. Like what?
So
do you want to half-ass it and put like 64 gigs right on the card, and you gotta download the other 40 or 50. Meanwhile, it's costing me, the developer, it's eating into my cost $16, right? Doesn't make sense. Nobody really wins there.
Dude, forget you guys. I want them to have big games that are on like three game cards, guys. I miss the days of getting the end of a disc and getting that pop-up saying you've reached the end of disc 1. Please insert disc 2 and be like, yeah, baby, making some progress.
Yeah.
Made it.
Here we come.
It's a real sign of progress back in the day.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a sucker for all that old stuff.
Our guests have any thoughts on percentage-wise? What if they want to?
I think maybe like 1 or 2 games might not be key cards, but I think overall, because like they said about the file size, I think if there are games under 64, maybe, but I think majority are going to pick key card.
It's good about Demonic Brawler know that they're a grown ass man, Thunderstash.
Thank you.
You're thinking like 98% key card over there, Skysword?
95.
Ooh, 95. Okay, I went too high for you.
Yeah, too high.
You got a percentage?
I'm agreeing with you until we see otherwise. There's no reason to believe. I mean, they're showing us right now it's like 100%. So I'm like, I think every game's going to be at this point.
Yep. All right. Someone did have this on their list. It's Ninja says, you think this could be time for Genshin Impact? Was that Skysword?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. They technically never canceled the Switch 1 version.
Yeah, they said it's coming to Nintendo Switch. I don't think it can run on Switch at all. It can't. I jumped from PS4 to PS5. It runs so much better on PS5. The PS4 version, I feel like can totally run on Switch too. I think there's enough anime lovers on Nintendo consoles that they would like it. But
all right,
it's not like
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Free Metroid had to get a Metroid.
Wait, everyone knew what that meant?
Yeah, I did.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, it's not very hyped. Like, oh yeah, Genshin's coming. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess it's late. It's like 11:48 here.
When you drive by the semi as a kid,
yeah, right.
And you're doing the horn thing.
I thought she was tooting her own horn because she had it on her bingo card.
That's right.
Yeah. Free Metroid says if Prime 2 and 3 are being done by one of Nintendo's partners, do you think they could announce that tomorrow, or do you think they would do that in a Prime 4 Direct? Landon's just straight up just rejecting everyone tonight. Nope.
Not a chance it's going to be there. I mean, at this point, we don't even know if it's going to be a Nintendo show. So, not a chance.
Damn. Just no hope for Free Metroid Head. I'm so sorry. But I don't think they're going to put this in the Direct either, to be clear.
No, not in a
partner. More likely
Direct.
to drop it on Nintendo today than in a Direct at this point.
They'll drop it tomorrow on Nintendo today.
I'll just overshadow the Direct with Prime 2 and 3 in the middle of the day. That's a total Nintendo thing to do. Oh, third parties, were you happy? You got all the buzz? 2 and 3 available now. What just happened? Demonic Brawler says, mind-blowing off-the-wall prediction. Capcom reveals a Switch 2 exclusive Resident Evil Revolutions. Does it want to be Revelations?
Revelations, yeah.
Yeah, 3 with mouse mode required to solve some puzzles.
Interesting.
I can't rule that out. They've done this kind of stuff before. Wasn't there like a Revelations game like supposedly rumored in the works a while back from Dusk Golem? I feel like there was like one rumored in the works. I could be wrong. I think I remember covering it, but I don't think it ever came out. It's supposed to be for Switch, but this could be why. Maybe they switched.
Yeah.
To Switch 2. Another one of those started as a Switch 1 game. No, we'll see. Capcom is one of their major partners.
I like to see it.
Nintendo said it out loud. I think we'll get Dead Rising Deluxe remastered. Ooh,
I think that's a good pick.
It's a solid one. I wasn't even thinking about that. I amend my list. That is my 26th pick.
Yeah, it's a good one.
If Sea of Thieves doesn't get announced tomorrow, you're gonna check yourself into a mental.
Jesus. Okay.
It would be kind of crazy if they did that banana joke and it's not. And it's not in this thing. It'll just be like, oh, so what was the point of that? I guess you guys just like Bonanza. Cool.
Yeah.
But a game that's on every platform but Nintendo. It'd be such a weird joke to say. It's like, ha, we're still not coming to you. Have a good day. Like, it's gotta be, right? Sea of Thieves has to be tomorrow.
Yeah, I expect it there tomorrow.
And it's rare. You know, that has an affinity with Nintendo fans. The game actually is pretty damn good. It's got to be there.
You know what game I almost put on the list? Throw this out there in case it happens. Battletoads, the 2021 that came out on Xbox.
Yeah. Why didn't that go anywhere else at this point?
Yeah, it should.
I thought you were going to say our next super chat was the games that you put on your bingo card.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody had this on their bingo card.
Nah.
NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, NHL Hits. Nobody? Classic Collection,
Yeah,
NSO.
Is EA going to be at PAX? Can we get in their ear about this?
I did not see them listed yet. We'll see. They probably won't be there.
Probably
The Molly Brawler. Again, just back to back. Brand new Gumby game. It's a shadow.
Dude, what the hell happened to Gumby? Where's Gumby, bro?
Bro, he's right here.
Damn, we got some Gumby in the house.
Dude, I used to have that exact Gumby. I don't know
Yeah,
what
he's-
happened.
Do you have
the bendy
Pokey
one.
too?
No, I don't.
Mm.
I'm riding
I don't know
solo,
what I did
man.
with my Gumby. I had that same
wild,
one.
dude.
Yeah, dude. Gumby's
Dude, I need a
Gumby's
Gumby.
the shit.
I've got so many random like stuff from my childhood in this room that's so scary. I need a Gumby, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, that show was like really creepy, actually. Thinking
Yeah,
back
true.
on it, it was really weird.
Yeah, it
Episodes
was.
today, you're like, what the fuck were we watching?
We watched some crazy stuff.
Generation.
Our whole generation, yeah.
No, like, I sit there and I watch my kids' shows, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys watching? Then I go back and watch it. I'm like, okay, never mind. It was so much worse. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
ours
way
was
worse.
like our stuff was so weird.
Some of our shows were
Unhinged is the word.
Some of our shows were great, but a lot of our shows completely unhinged. And then I always remind myself, hey, you know what really popular show is still going? South Park. Yeah, that was from my childhood. That show's still unhinged.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Cody Dews. Loser changes their Nintendo name to the choice of the winner. Their Nintendo name. What's a Nintendo name?
Maybe he means their Switch name.
Yeah, like the
their
username
Switch
was
username?
ours.
Yeah.
Can you change your Switch username?
I did.
I can't give mine up. I've had it since we launched a Nintenboy.
Well, then you don't lose.
You know, if I give that up, someone's gonna take it.
Especially now that you've mentioned the
That's
chat.
a launch day special.
That's
Made that right at midnight.
Yeah, that's literally like an OG name that would go back to the 80s or something.
Yep.
I'm in the arcade playing DK, and it's like, I'm Nintenboy, baby.
Yep.
Fuck down. Oh, God. Yeah, mine I think is just like MP Nate Prime or some stupid. It's a fucking stupid username. I just know that's the one that has all my games on it, and that's what that account is. And Demonic Brawler, banana. Here we go. There we go. I swear, Sea of Thieves is not there tomorrow. Also, Hi-Fi Rush he wants. Demonic Brawler always goes a little nuts on these streams. Dude, Hi-Fi Rush.
Game is so good.
You know, and the studio that made it still exists, which is that's one of the few things we could say. All the studio closures, No, they got to stay alive separate from Microsoft, so I'm happy for them. I don't know if the game's coming, but I would like it to be. At one point, it was rumored a while back, but that was before the studio stuff went down. So
I
don't
feel
know
like that game would thrive on Switch too. It
felt like a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
To be honest, really good game. If anyone hasn't played it, it's really good. Anyone with me for a Fire Emblem game being teased, says Jimzo. Look, if we didn't have a Warriors game right now, I would argue for a Fire Emblem Warriors because we've had one before. We had one during launch of the launch year, 2017, in Fire Emblem Warriors. So I would be like, oh yeah, we can get a new Warriors. But like a normal game, I know it's made by a third-party company, Intelligent Systems or whatever, but they've never, if you look at, because I was looking up before, I almost was thinking, man, am I going to put a Fire Emblem game on my list? But I went back and looked. A Fire Emblem game besides a Warriors game has never been on a third-party direct. All of the Fire Emblem games have been in big general directs. So that's because Nintendo's the only publisher. But then again, there's exceptions sometimes to that. So, but they've always treated it like Nintendo's basically always given it like the big first-party treatment, even though they don't own the studio. So why would that studio care? Because they make good money off Nintendo. It's a good partnership they got.
Oh my gosh! Someone just put. Sorry to interrupt. Someone just put a game in chat that I saw a minute ago that I don't think any of us have ever mentioned on the podcast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't recall this being mentioned once. And this would be perfect on Switch. This is a game that's phenomenal, and as far as I know, has still not made all its money back. Alan Wake 2. Phenomenal game.
That could use the extra sales.
None of us have mentioned it.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal game that is
phenomenal
owned to have not broken even.
Yep.
It was up for game of the year.
I think it'll break even over time, but yeah, that is wild. Yeah, none of us have mentioned that. That's interesting. Shout out to the person who mentioned that in chat. I saw it briefly zip by, but that's a good one.
Back to the Brawler here. He says, I'm a little disappointed no Metroid Prime 4 release date yet, but I'm actually okay with a third-party direct. We don't get a full direct in September. Look, if there's not a full direct in September, I don't even know what to tell you anymore.
Yeah.
Clearly, Nintendo believes in Nintendo today, baby. There'll be no more general directs ever. That'll be a conversation that'll start happening if there isn't one in September. That'll legit be like, and we can't ignore it. If they drop, but they announced Between Raiders on Nintendo today, they start putting all the release dates on Nintendo today. It's going to be like, well, shit. Are we ever getting a general direct? They're clearly not done with Nintendo Directs, though. So like that's good. This is our first actual named Nintendo Direct since Switch 2 came out. So I'm pretty confident they're not done with general directs. But yeah, that's going to be wild. If September comes and goes and they did nothing, I'm going to be like, what kind of reality are we living in right now? This is the bad time. What happened? What happened? This is not what Switch 2 is supposed to be. Janky Kong. Nintendo doesn't need a first-party direct. We already know all the games coming this year. Exact dates can be released on Nintendo today when ready. Yeah. They can. Look, companies can do whatever, right? Release dates, trailer, they can do whatever they want. But like some of the games like Kirby Air Riders, we haven't even seen. Metro Prime 4, we still don't really know what separates this game from other Prime games. Like we still don't really know. Because everything they've shown so far just feels like normal Metroid Prime, which is fine. Maybe that's all it is. But I feel like there's something about the game they're not showing us. Like I'm kind of getting a DK Bonanza vibe where it's like you're just being very safe what you're showing so far, and there's something big that you're just holding back that's going to make people go, holy shit, we got to play this game. Because think about it, DK Bonanza, its hype was pretty low before that direct. And then after, like, it was like, remember, we weren't even mad we were getting a DK Bonanza direct back then. What do you mean we get a DK Bonanza direct? We should just get a normal direct. I don't need to see more of this game. We've seen plenty of this game. No, that was the right choice. Nintendo knew what the hell they were doing. So I think in Prime 4 has that moment coming still, but it's interesting because I just think so many of these games we've barely seen.
Mhm.
So it's not just that we need release dates. We need to actually see these games. I mean, Splatoon Raiders still technically don't even know what kind of game it is. Like we really need to see these games. So that's why, you know, I can accept the argument we don't need a first party direct right this instant. Because it's pretty obvious none of those games are coming out in August, right? So they got they got DLC and they got Dragon Drive in August. You can call it light, whatever, doesn't matter. That's what's happening unless there's a surprise shadow drop or
Got
something.
Kirby as well.
Kirby, yeah, that's a DLC. But I think that they can only make it to September. If they don't do anything in September, I think people are, even if they're, we give a release date for a September game on Nintendo today. I'm like, okay, you still need a direct. Give me one game release date does not mean I don't need a direct. So even if they tell us in August the game coming in September, like whether it's Prime 4, whether it's Kirby Air Riders, we haven't even seen the game yet, that'd be fucking wild. But it's like, okay, but I still need a direct. That doesn't replace a direct just because I know what game's coming out in September. So, yeah, I agree they don't technically need one now, but if we don't, we definitely need one in September. Brandon Clowers. Why did no one put Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection on their card? It's been announced, just no date yet. Yeah, Stash was pushing me a little bit on that because I had 12 on there. I think they could use both to kind of build off each other. And then also with the new movie coming out as well, kind of just do like a trifecta thing. That's just my gut feeling. But yeah, Legacy Collection could be an obvious one.
We're visiting their booth at PAX.
Yes we are.
Because I want to get that commemorative Mortal Kombat pin.
I knew you wanted that.
Of course I do. I love pins.
Wait, there's a Mortal Kombat pin? If you go
Yeah.
to their booth? Oh my God.
I tagged you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Now I remember. I'm brain dead.
Now I remember. Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Remember, gamers
That's
over there for 3
right.
days. We got to make sure in those 3 days we hit everything he wants, like that commemorative pin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, then he says, why no 007? Like GoldenEye on Wii. Well, we technically have a 007 game already. First Light.
Yeah.
I
Like
had that on my bingo card.
Yeah, that's already announced. We've already actually seen a lot of it. Like a lot of it. They've shown a ton of that game. So yeah. Yeah, there's a 007 coming. Is it going to be good? I don't know. I mean, the team making it is like the Hitman team. It looks fine. It looks almost better than Hitman, to be honest, but we'll see.
I think it's going to do really well.
Waiting on reviews on that one before I decide to pick it up. Demon Brawler says, Nintendo Prime, I love your card, but did you make it after an eatable? Have you been edible? No.
Wait, is that the eatables? Is that the peanut butter and jelly things? You know what I'm talking about?
Vegetables?
Yeah, Uncrustables.
I was way off.
Are you talking Feastables with
Feastables. I think that's what I was thinking of.
You know what?
What are you talking about?
Speaking of eatable or the Uncrustables, when I texted you guys or messaged you guys over the weekend. So we had a ton of birthday parties this last weekend on Saturday. I'm at Chuck E. Cheese at 10 a.m. That was the first birthday kicking off, right? Literally an hour away, at least an hour away on the other side of Arizona. And yeah, I get there and I'm so disgusted. You guys saw how mad I was.
Because no real games.
Well, yeah, I expect there to be like trash games, but I swear to you, everything was just casino style games for kids to win tickets, to win the shittiest prizes ever. I'm just like, dude, and so many of them are broken.
No,
where it literally just eats your money, and like, of course, no one wants to help. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because I was reminded when you said this eatable, it made me think for some reason on Uncrustables as well. I'm sitting there, right? And the pizzas come out. The kids are all like hyped, right? To eat pizza because it's fast food, right?
Fucking pizza, yeah.
And I'm just looking at the kids, like these big smiles on their face. There's a kid sitting there. He looked like Charlie. I told Michaela, I'm like, he looks like Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's just so weird. Like he literally looks like the reincarnation of I don't know why. He's sitting there eating an Uncrustable while everyone else is eating pizza. And he just had this look on his face like
It's the greatest thing ever.
no, like, he was pissed.
He was
Oh,
pissed?
what?
He wanted pizza.
Pizza is
Look,
awesome.
Wait,
look.
was he not part of the party?
Oh, he was a part of the party, was he?
No, he was part of the party.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Like I'm like looking at. I'm not. Look, I don't have kids.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, but
Intolerant.
I mean, I don't know if he's eating an Uncrustable.
There's no
Like-
cheese in that.
But they're not. I know, but they're not great for you. So maybe it's that. I don't know what it was, but I was kind of looking at him. Like, kid. Like
I don't know what it is
Damn it,
about
I'm gonna have to
Uncrustables.
stop and get one.
I
on
don't
the
know
way
what
home.
it is about Uncrustables. They somehow taste better than when I make homemade peanut butter and jelly, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop and get one.
Except
on the way
unless
home.
unless you toast the bread first and have the hot. Oh, that's good shit. Haven't had
oh
that. in a
yeah,
while.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
The birthday boy is funny. So I got a comment in the chat. Said, remember when it was Showbiz Pizza? So the birthday boy Jordan, Chucky comes out petrified. Literally runs crying, petrified of the mascot.
Well, he does
You know what I
look
mean?
creepy. He does look kind of creepy.
Mhm.
He's
No,
always creepy.
I agree. And it was so bad, he didn't come back in. Like dad took him out to the car. Like hour goes by, hour and 20 minutes. Like,
So
all right,
who's
well,
like-
the next party's coming in. So that was that. He literally left his birthday, the birthday boy. But I was saying, I'm like, hey, like, man, imagine if it was Showbiz Pizza. Of course, I'm old, so no one knows what Showbiz Pizza is. I'm like, dude, it's like Chucky times like 10. Do you guys, Alyssa, Landon, do you know Showbiz Pizza?
Never.
Does
heard of it.
anyone else know Showbiz?
Never heard of it.
What?
I'm not familiar with it. No,
Dude.
honestly.
Animatronic, like mascots on stage?
Oh my
So-
god! Is this
Uh-huh.
is this what the fucking one game book series thing is based on?
The Freddy's thing?
Yeah, the Freddy's thing.
You know what? I always wondered if it was. I don't really know much about it. All I know is when I did see it, I thought about Showbiz Pizza, and I was like, "There's no way that they're trying to play off Showbiz Pizza." Showbiz Pizza though was messed up, and it's one of those '80s like things. How like we grew up with crazy cartoons and like movies
Yeah.
for kids that will
A
scare
lot
the
of
shit
fever
out of you.
dream stuff.
Yeah, like Return to Oz. You guys have
Oh,
seen,
yeah.
where they take the heads off and stuff.
Apparently, there's a few Chuck E. Cheeses that still have the animatronics.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Northridge, California location has the full stage animatronic band still.
Oh wow. You guys remember Discovery Zone? DK Discovery
Yeah.
Zone?
Yeah, that I
Yeah,
remember.
going DC at Discovery Zone when I
that's
can
right.
let loose and be on my own, right?
There you
This is
go.
relevant to what we're talking about. Quick, Revolution Electrica is like, did you see the Chuck E. Cheese was arrested? Yeah, I saw that.
I did.
Yeah.
What a cover. What a cover, though. Like, low key, I'm like, smart, stupid, smart, right? Like,
It's like the picture with the kids in the background, like they're all excited and they're like, that this is like a criminal just getting arrested right now for credit card fraud. Like, but who's gonna question the Chuck E. Cheese mascot? I wonder if the guy like legitimately just like worked at Chuck E. Cheese and just fucking walked out in the suit, said "fuck this" and just started fucking
Rampage.
a fucking rampage of using the company credit card on stupid shit. Ends at a fast food joint before he gets arrested. This is how I let you know I quit. Anyways, dude, it's crazy that Chuck E. Cheese even still exists, to be honest. But I never got to go as a kid, so I've actually never been to a Chuck E. Cheese. I have no reason I want to go. We have this thing called Action City here that's not as bad. One, there's a full trampoline park, which is really fun. And then the arcade does have a lot of ticket games, and there are some that are casino like, but they still have they still have the skill ones.
Sure.
Those are always fun. The basketball, the skee ball, that kind of like those are fun. They had those when I was a kid. I like those kind of ticket games. And there are some of the ones that look like they should be casino like are not casino like. Actually, they really are skill. Like, you know how a lot of the stop the light ones are usually
Okay, look right there. This is from show. I just had to show you. This is from Showbiz.
Okay, I know what this is now.
Look at that. Look at these pictures.
Oh my god! I feel like I'm
having nightmares now.
This feels like Five Nights at Freddy's at the moment.
Yeah, like
Oh my
imagine
God.
being a kid and seeing this. That's
And
why
they
I
used
was
to
like, bro, you're
they used
so
to like
lucky.
You know what? The only I've never seen an animatronic thing ever, like even at theme parks, because I just haven't been to enough of them to see animatronics. But my only experience growing up was in the Goofy movie when they go to that Western part with the animatronic section, and I'm like, dude, this is great. Can I see this in person? These things are going awesome, and they're falling apart and blowing up. Is this happening in real life? I want to see this. I want
It's a
to
good
see.
movie.
All right. Vemi comes in saying, what about a new Titanic game, Mr. P? P.S. Let us streak for tomorrow we feast. Thank you so much. I did the beer.
Like the movie?
Here's the thing. You talk about Titanic. I don't know if this is a joke because I said I was going to go down with the ship. Guess what? The ship is still afloat, baby. We got a Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
What would that game be like, though?
I
Like, you
know.
have to
I have the
escape
answer.
the ship and live? Like
No,
to beat the game?
I've got it.
Crawl on the door with Rose.
This is legit too. I know exactly how to make a good Titanic game. You make it in the style of the Telltale games.
Didn't do a beer. What are you talking about,
Ah,
Then it works.
yeah. Do you want to
do a
hear something
narrative
funny?
choice-driven Titanic game?
There we
I
go.
watched Titanic for the first time last year. Ever.
Well, now you know what people mean when they say never let go, Jack.
Yeah. Now I know where that meme came from too.
Now you
I'm
know
talking
the
about-
first movie, my first movie my parents let me see that had tits in it. Because they didn't know it was coming.
Ah.
Yeah, that was an uncomfortable
Dude, it was-
experience for me in
it
the
was
movie
so-
theater.
It was so
I was
hard.
like, how do I act? I was a kid. I was like, what do
No.
I do? How do I act?
It was.
How am I supposed to act right now? There's a booby.
99? Was it 99? 98? Anyways, it was really hard to get tickets to it here because it was constantly sold out.
97.
97. Okay, so it was constantly sold out. Couldn't
Yeah.
get tickets. And then finally, my mom lucked into some while I was doing a concert or whatever. And so after the concert, we all rushed to the movie theater to go to it. And, it was one of the first ever movies that had an intermission and all this. And, the Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls things comes up. And my mom's like, oh, they're not going to show anything. All of a sudden, and my mom looked over. I had the biggest fucking grin on my face.
That's awesome.
I'm just like,
At least that was a
You
that was a
all-
happy experience for you.
Yes.
I was so uncomfortable. I remember so vividly, like, just act normal. Like, what am I supposed to act like right now? This is so
Nah,
weird.
man, I was a horny
The
middle
parents are
schooler.
sitting next to me and there's a booby.
I might do
An
that's
IMAX booby.
nice tits, baby. That's nice tits.
It was a different time. This was like so much of it was at the early of the internet. And seeing that, I still try to be as professional as possible when speaking about this, but seeing that in movies back in the day,
Seeing what exactly?
or knowing about it, like you knew which movies had
Knowing
that.
about what exactly?
You know what I mean?
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Like,
Because how else were you gonna see it?
See what?
What tit?
Yeah,
Scramble vision.
like you exactly. You had that. You had the channels that you turn on and wait for it to descramble, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Scramble channels.
That's terrible. We shouldn't.
It's
be talking
terrible.
about this,
Yeah,
guys.
it's terrible.
There
but
was a VHS
it's
my
life.
parents rented once that I decided to watch when they were gone one night, and it was definitely it. God, what was that movie? I can't remember, but it literally the whole story was just about this chick cheating on her husband, and there's just nude like the whole movie. I'm like, dude, What are my parents watching?
Yep.
I love it. The young child watching this, going, "What are my parents watching?" As you proceed to watch.
Dude, I was a horny kid. It is what it is. All right? I wasn't complaining about what I was seeing. I was wondering why my parents were watching it. I get why I want to watch it. I like naked chicks. They're married. What are they doing looking at other naked people? That was my thought. Like, what are they looking at other naked people? Me? I'm a horny kid. I'm supposed to be looking for this kid. I can't do this on a 56.
All right. Simmer down.
An image on the 56K. I tried.
I'm gonna be waiting forever for that to load.
So VHS is on repeat. That was the way.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for that rewind. Don't worry about it. It's worth it. It's faster than the modem.
Yeah.
Oh man. You guys today with your smartphones, you have it so easy.
Oh yeah.
So easy. When do you all think a new Castlevania will come out? Oh, there's a good question.
Well, look, Konami's been following a pattern. Okay. So they released the Contra Anniversary Collection, and then they released Contra Operation Galuga. So they introduced Contra to all the new kids on the block, so to speak, the new gamers. And then they came out with a new IP. Metal Gear Solid Collection. Released that, introduced the IP to, everyone who's never heard of Metal Gear before. And now we're getting the new Metal Gear, obviously remake. They did the same thing with the arcade stuff. We're getting the Gradius collection. In fact, I think that's coming out in like a couple weeks here. And then with Castlevania, they gave us the Anniversary Collection, then the Advanced Collection, then the Dominus. So it's been introduced to everybody now. All the great games. You got the show on Netflix that's done very well. So well that, got greenlit for a new adaptation of it. So to me, I contemplated putting it on the bingo card. That's where I'm at with it. It is so due.
Oh yeah.
And for historical reasons too, if you look at Konami's patterns of releases. So any day.
All right.
Yeah.
Not quite dead. Over there dropping that 20.
Thank you for that.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Demona Brawler, LMAO, Thunderstash said Ubisoft is too soft. Oh my god. Well, we just had a story where I wasn't too soft, so moving on.
All right.
Demona Brawler.
Good night, everybody.
The funny thing is, I make this joke.
Yeah, I know.
I make this joke, true or not, doesn't matter. Make this joke. Earlier, we were talking about the punishment.
Viagra and
Viagra and laxatives here. So
I mean, fair enough.
My mind was not here until that joke happened, and my mind hasn't left this zone. I was just keeping it suppressed until Titanic came up. I'm like, oh no. When I think Titanic, I only think about the tits I saw when I was a kid. It just is what it is.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah, it's my most vivid memory of the movie from when I was a kid. I've obviously seen it as an adult, and I recognize the rest of the parts of the movie that were good, but that was my favorite part when I was a kid.
What about the iconic propeller? The ding on the propeller.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Of course, as the kid, it was the iconic hand coming down the back of the thing when they were doing it.
Yeah.
Dude.
It is what it is. What do you want me to say? That I was a horny kid. I remember all of that.
Oh, you get it, dude.
I get it.
Keep
I became
saying
a
it.
huge American Pie fan back then, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Understood.
Nadia, come on. Solomon battle. Hot take. I think Metro Prime 4 got delayed.
Ooh. Again.
It better not have.
You're right.
I don't think it got delayed.
I don't think so either.
I can only speak from playing it, and it felt like a completed game.
I mean,
And why would they have the out now signs?
Yeah, and why would you have like a playable demo? This isn't Silk Song.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I think they're just making some last minute polish to the multiplayer mode that's going to be part of the big reveal.
Yeah, and maybe it's coming out later. Maybe it's a December game. Who knows? But I think it's coming this year for sure.
I think it's done.
Okay. Well, there we go. Come on, brother. Honestly, I'm surprised AC Shadows will be coming to Switch 2 after the backlash about the game disrespecting Japan's culture. I don't think that Nintendo really cares too much about that. That's more of an internet thing.
Yeah. Let the consumer make the decision.
I just realized that Landon brought his dog in the picture. I understand. After the conversation we just had, we gotta.
I needed some comfort. You scaring me.
I didn't realize that this was the show I signed up for. My bad.
I was like, man, where am I at?
Next invite, I'm out of here.
The Nate After Hours. Like, oh my God.
I mean, you saw the intro to the podcast, right? I mean,
you didn't even give me a warning with that one. I mean, you gotta prepare me for that.
That set up the show expectation.
The puppy podcast now.
Gaming with hip thrusts.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Twisted nipples.
Lots of milk.
You know me.
Juicy man, but one thing is, Gamer hates milk. He doesn't even like it.
I hate it more than anything.
Jokes. It's awesome. Oh my God. Anyway, choose man. I just want to play the game. If it's on a key card, I'll get it that way over digital. I mean, there's resale value there too, obviously, for some people. But okay. Uncario, Final Fantasy IX remake, anyone? Could the rumored game show up in this direct?
Dude, that would be epic. Massively epic if that was in it. I don't think it will be, but I mean, this is one of the only, if not the only game from that NVIDIA leak that hasn't come to fruition.
Yeah,
so,
no. I'd love to see it. But dude, you can't. First off, you're in the middle of a trilogy right now for Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them saying, hey, let's show them Final Fantasy VII remake again, give a release date, show them Final Fantasy Tactics that's coming out September 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Show them Final Fantasy IX remake. Oh yeah, and then let's remember, what was it, a month or so ago? The director said, now we just need to get Final Fantasy 16 on Switch 2. That's the last thing we're doing for the game. That's overkill, man.
Yeah. Which Square, to be fair, Square has been guilty of this many times where they've like over flooded with games to their detriment.
I agree. Like that's
I feel
why
like they're trying to course correct.
Visions of Mana. Yeah, like I had Visions of Mana on my list. I'm like, I gotta remove it because I had that on there. I had Kingdom Hearts because it's like they gotta spread it out.
Yeah.
Whichever way they do it, I don't care. But we already know we're getting remake, and I have Tactics pre-ordered, so we're getting two. As long as 7 remake stays on course, we're getting 2 this year alone. It's a lot of RPGs. So if you introduce those other games, I mean, it's a lot. I'd eat it up, but it's a lot.
I could see FF9 remake dropping by or at the Game Awards next year. The end of 2026.
That might be right when
the third Final Fantasy 7, maybe.
It might if we're lucky. The third one's 26 or 7.
To be fair, from what I've heard, is that people are speculating it's not like on the scale of the FF7 trilogy. It's going to be more of a true, just remade in a modern engine. That's what I've heard. It's not going to be
similar to what they do with Tactics.
Sure,
I could see that, and that the development time for something like that, I don't think would be. I mean, I know it wouldn't be as long, but I think it would actually be pretty short.
Yeah,
in comparison.
All right,
we'll see.
our last one we have right now. Warren Bowman DC's channel saying they need a new Tomb Raider continuing from the 2013 reboot.
Dude,
feels weird.
Man, those games are too good.
Kind of stop.
So good.
They should bring Tomb Raider back.
Was that the same team that made the Guardians of the Galaxy game that was also freaking phenomenal? I don't know if it was the same team. I know that team is gone now. That game was phenomenal. I'm not like a hardcore Marvel person either.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was
Crystal
great.
Dynamics.
Yep.
Dude, same.
What a team, man. How sad.
Dude, those Tomb Raider games were so good. Like Uncharted, or Uncharted
Better.
is like Tomb Raider, right?
I think the
Tomb
Tomb
Raider
Raider
was
games were
first.
better.
Dude, I played all three of them and loved them. Like, those were games that I actually have on my big list of games that I'd like to see come to Switch too. But
Absolutely.
I don't talk about it because I don't know what's going on with the developer. Like, where are these games right now? Why aren't we doing anything with them? I have no idea what's going on with these games anymore. This IP.
Yeah. Well, that team is
Came out
gone.
like 2018. It's been a long time.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah, those games are so good. Better, way better than Uncharted, in my opinion. I think the series as a whole.
All right. Well, that is everything. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Nintenbyte Podcast. Let's go around the room and let people know what we got going on and where they can find us. If you want to tease any upcoming content, you obviously are free to do so. We'll start with Sky Swords Alyssa.
Hey, so I'm Sky Swords Alyssa here on YouTube. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the most part. However, next week I'm going on vacation, so I'm not streaming next week. But right now I'm doing Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. So kind of what I got going on. I do plan to stream the partner showcase tomorrow, but go watch Nate first and then go back and watch me freak out over Age of Imprisonment.
It'll be Nate and Stash. It'll be a tag team. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. Go watch them first. Watch them live react, but then go back and watch me freak out over Age of Imprisonment.
All right, Landon.
You can find me Nintendo Land on Twitter, YouTube. I promise I'll stop complaining about Mario Kart on Twitter now. I'm playing. I moved on to Donkey Kong physically and mentally. So we'll be talking about Donkey Kong nonstop the next couple of weeks. And yeah, I'll be covering the show tomorrow and just excited to see what else the rest of the year has in store.
All right. Eric Moore.
Yeah. You can find me here and on our Clips channel.
There you go. Gamebird Classic.
Guys, you can find me here tomorrow on the podcast for a bonus episode. We're doing a bonus episode, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We got a direct. So you can find me and the boys here tomorrow. You can also find me here on YouTube at Gamebird Classic. The what?
Probably won't be any Titanic talk tomorrow.
Yeah, fair enough.
Titanic.
Titanic. watch the Titanic game does get announced tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, no fucking way. No fucking way.
Dude, I'll lose my shit
if it does, I'll pre-order immediately.
Hilarious.
You have to just because.
Anyways, so good. But yeah, you guys can find me here on YouTube at Gamebird Classic or on Twitter at _Birdmaster. You guys can also find me in 1 month at PAX West. Be there with the crew, obviously. I got some content planned. I've got one video that's partially done. Hopefully, I'll have it out in the next day or two, as well as a number of videos that I've brainstormed and kind of planned out. Working on a new sketch as well, so that's exciting. Don't rush me on it, though. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
I got nothing else.
That's funny.
Titanic, baby.
You're the first one to tell the people that, hey, we're live again tomorrow night. The Nintenbyte Podcast is back, baby. Bonus episode. Episode 10. You ain't got to wait a week. It's tomorrow. It's a direct.
Spoilers.
That's what we do.
Yeah, right.
What are we talking about? Tune in tomorrow. Find out. I can't even tell you. I don't know.
Talk about your bingo card, Nate.
Why? I thought it'd be a little cocky and a little too self-righteous if I just name tomorrow's, like if I just set it up during the show and be like, look, I already know what's in the direct. And then okay. I was only 10 toes down that we were getting a direct. Okay, I'm not gonna go all in and bet my entire channel on my bingo card being right. All right, Thunder Stash.
Okay. So I just posted my review today. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Please go watch it. It's spoiler free. I take spoilers very seriously, especially when I've been waiting this long for 26 years. So you can trust me on that. Tomorrow, after the morning live stream, I'm going to be playing and reviewing Eartheon. Has anyone heard of Eartheon?
No.
So it's a game that's up for pre-order right now at Limited Run Games. It is a side-scrolling shooter. Shoot 'em up. Shmup. And it has the composer Yuzo Koshiro, who's like legendary, right? And this is a game I've been interested in. It was on my list, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get to it. Kind of a game, right? And they reached out yesterday and offered a code. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, this is great. Like, this is a game I can play probably in a day and possibly review in a day. So I'm going to be working on that. After the podcast, I'll be downloading Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Nice.
I love me Ninja Gaiden. Love it. So we'll be reviewing that. Michaela and I will be playing Jamboree TV. So I can get a review out on that, and then Shadow Labyrinth.
Nice. I'm curious your thoughts on that one.
I'm really excited. You guys know I love Metroidvanias. I love Pac-Man. I have a Pac-Man arcade, and I have a Miss Pac-Man cocktail arcade in my house. So I have 2 Pac-Man arcades, essentially. So I love Pac-Man. That's what I'm doing. That's it. I got this in the mail today. But I'm not going to review it because I really just don't have time. But it's the 8-bit though.
Oh, nice.
Nintendo 64 controller. That's for the analog 3D. It just arrived today, which means the analog 3D is not going to get delayed again. It's supposed to come out at the end of August. If it arrives before PAX, I'm going to bring it. We're going to play No Mercy. No Mercy or Revenge, you name it. I got them both.
So long.
Dude, I love those games.
Man, that takes me back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm Nintendo Prime. You know what's up. You can find me everywhere that Nintendo Prime is. Just type Nintendo Prime. If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not. We also have the Clips channel as well, the Nintenbyte Podcast Clips channel. Eric's been over there churning out the clips, getting them up. Obviously, they're not like traditional clips. They're the actual topics. Like just, hey, if you think our show is too long, you can just go digest the topics you want and be cool. It's like entire podcast episodes for some shows. And we're going to be at PAX West. So that's really exciting. One thing I always forget to plug, even though there's only like a handful of days left to do it, is we're giving away 5 passes to PAX West, 5 4-day passes to PAX West. I've been plugging them a little bit in my videos just to make sure people actually know what's happening. I'll go ahead and post this in the chat quick. I got to start mentioning this at the beginning of the show because I think after next week, I think the winners are being drawn. So we'll go ahead and put that in the chat. So yeah, like obviously I suggest that you enter only if you live in the area because it doesn't include travel expenses or anything like that. But if you want to travel or you're willing to travel, obviously you could go ahead and enter too. They're worth like $255 for these 4-day passes. And while this is going to be in my news video tomorrow, Nintendo is at PAX West. It was announced today. Nintendo's at PAX West. Capcom's there. Bandai Namco's there. Bunch of big companies are there. And Nintendo usually at PAX West, based on the past, usually has a demo of an upcoming holiday game usually there. We'll see this year. It's a little weird this year because we don't have release dates for anything. So maybe they just bring the Metro Prime 4 demo there. Hey, I haven't played it yet, so that'll be fun for me. But yeah, there could be demos there of stuff, maybe stuff that hasn't even been announced yet. Who the hell knows? So yeah, they're there. So if you ever wanted to make a trip to it and go to a PAX sometime, this might be a good time to go to PAX. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything?
Tomorrow and then Kartgun Super Chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Kartgun Super Chat. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be doing the podcast tomorrow. Guys, episode 10 of season 3 is just literally less than 24 hours away because we have a Nintendo Direct. If you guys didn't know, if you haven't been around long enough, every time there's a Nintendo Direct, we usually do a bonus podcast unless there's extenuating circumstances. We haven't had that happen yet. So we don't care if it's a partner showcase or a general. We will do it. We don't always do it for Indie Worlds and stuff like that, but anything that has the Nintendo Direct moniker, we will usually do a bonus episode for it that same day because the bottom line is people want to know our reactions same day. They don't want to wait a week. A week later, it's old news, right? That's the way it works. You want to get our reactions right away. So yeah, and we'll be live streaming. Me and Stash will be co-streaming it, and we'll be streaming together tomorrow. I believe I set it to start at 7 a.m. Central Time, hour before the show begins. Do a little pre-show, get some conversations in. Yeah, I was gonna tell Stash afterwards. I already set it up. I just didn't send him the link yet. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. This podcast rocks, man. I want to thank Landon and Scott Sort of Alyssa for being here, and all of our guests to stick it out for the long haul because our shows are long and most people don't stick it out. So you guys did. I really do appreciate it. A couple super chats just to drop quick. Kartcon wanted the mic drop, so I'm gonna let Kartcon do the mic drop. Plucky69 wants us to make the bet the loser shaves should be the bet. I don't think that it's fair to Thunder Stash because the identity of his channel is built around.
People think he's a fraud.
So it's kind of like,
I
literally cannot. If he lost, I could not let him shave it.
No,
I couldn't. And if I can't let him shave it, then it's unfair that we have to shave.
I mean,
not that I can't.
You'd have to change the channel name to Thunderflesh. Right?
It's pretty hardcore.
Yes.
Yes. Like a toy. It's starting the adult store. Oh boy, new merch coming to Thunderflesh. Yeah, we'll buy it by the end of August. And yeah, we're all going to be at PAX West as well. I always forget to bring that up. That we're actually all going to be there, so it's an opportunity for you guys to meet the whole crew at once for the first time ever. Going to be fun. We'll be probably at PAX West most of those 4 days. For Game Bird, 3 of those days. For the rest of us, probably most of those 4 days. Although, who knows? If we get all of our stuff done, maybe on the 4th day, we don't spend as much time there and just enjoy each other's company or do whatever. We'll see. If we get through everything, there's so much going on at these events. There's so much. And with Nintendo being there, if they do have a new game, like doing circles and circles to keep replaying the game, and the circles sometimes take hours as you're waiting in line. Thankfully, day one, though, we get early access. So whether or not they're going to let us play the demos early, that's not always the case.
Right, no. But we'd always be in line.
And Karkun wanted to get the mic drop. Our resident Japanese fan. Silk Song trailer plus release date. Hades 2 shadow drop, mic drop. Thanks. Done.
I do like the Hades 2 shadow drop a lot.
Yep.
That is something I considered throwing in there, but saying it would put me at a disadvantage, obviously. But yeah, I could see something like that. Could you guys?
Yeah,
totally.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's been in early access for a while. I think a shadow drop works for that game.
It has. We're like over a year, right?
Yep.
Well over a year.
All right. Well, guys, we don't have an outro right now. I'll have that fixed for tomorrow night. I meant to fix it for tonight because the outro we were using, if you guys didn't know, got us copyright in trouble last week. So the show literally died and stopped getting views. Our show usually gets like 5,000 plus views after the fact. Didn't happen because we got copyrighted. So no outro this time, but I will have the old outro we were using before back to stand in because I'm, again, not putting pressure on Gamer to replace it. This is my bad. I forgot that the song in that outro, that's why I wasn't using that outro
I can make
anymore.
a temporary pretty easily for you.
I literally forgot that outro song. That's why I stopped using it on my channel. Even though I own the rights to it, I have the license. But YouTube, the way YouTube works, they just don't care. So, all right, guys. We'll catch you literally tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Eh.